Good morning, Fantasy Endgame fam. We are back because it's game day. That's right. A full slate of games almost because it is, as you know, the Bipocalypse. 6 teams on bye, but there's still plenty of action and it's week 12. So you are maybe a lot of you in a must win, can't lose type of situation. You want to keep it going, secure the top seed, head into the playoffs, whatever the case is. Let's make sure we get the right guys in your lineup. So we're going to do our usual start sit. We're going to give you the injury report updated because things, of course, have changed since yesterday, and some things have not changed. So we'll talk about the players who are out and how that's going to affect your lineups. So before we get to your questions, let's start with that the injury update and the guys who are definitely not going to play. So should start out with this one. The guy who's still not playing is Isaiah Pacheco. Some of you were thinking maybe he was going to be back. He's not. And that means we're going to see a full game of Kareem Hunt as lead back in a secure line of Panthers. So now, just when some of you are ready to fade Hunt or are worried about him, he's looking like a very strong start. I mean, the question is, how strong?
Yeah, definitely. I have him up in the strong start tier now. I think I would move him over a guy like Chuba Hubbard, who's got a tough matchup against the Chiefs. I probably wouldn't play him over guys like Jacobs, Connor, or Kenneth Walker, though, or any of the must starts.
Right. So, and I do know personally, Kareem Hunt was disappointing last week. Thought he would have a very good game against that Buffalo run defense, which has been very leaky. But yeah, the Chiefs had other ideas. That's the thing with the Chiefs, especially this year. It's like you don't really know what to expect from them on a week-to-week basis. But I do know they shouldn't have to have any trouble running the ball. I don't think they should have to pass too much against the Panthers. So it's a very good spot. All right. The other one, I know this is, I guess, the most significant, not for him personally, but Brock Purdy being out is definitely going to affect the rest of that offense. We're going to see Brandon Allen starting for the 49ers, his first time, not just this year, but as a Niner. He did get some experience with the Bengals and was good enough that they let him go to the 49ers and have Jake Browning instead. So I will just say Brandon Allen is not the worst backup quarterback, but maybe not the best. Where do you feel now about Jennings, Debo? I think is the really tough one. George Kittle, guys like that.
Yeah, you got to drop them down. I've dropped Jennings and Debo down to more like flex options. I think between the two, I actually prefer Debo because they'll probably throw some screens to him, get him carries out of the backfield, things of that nature. But you got to downgrade him here. I think we're just going to see the 49ers try to run the ball as much as they can, try to lean on McCaffrey. I think Kittle's still okay, although, of course, the touchdown upside not as high as it would be with Purdy.
Yeah, and that's probably the issue with all the Niners is just the offense itself clicking and moving and scoring, touchdowns as opposed to field goals. I feel like CMC, if anybody, doesn't really get hurt in any way, maybe gets helped because they'll give him more carries, more dump offs, things like that. But hard to say. So yeah, gonna have some tough questions with the Niners this week that we did not anticipate before last week ended. So I know, and we talked a lot about this yesterday, but maybe not all of you were with us yesterday. So we're gonna kind of give you the quick version of some of these players. Devontae Smith also out, got that hamstring. Popped up during the week practice. He's out. AJ Brown's still a must start. Definitely a must start now. Dallas Goedert is probably the biggest beneficiary here because he goes to, really from being kind of more like I would say probably like a streaming option, a decent streaming option to, I don't know, is he even strong? How far up you got Goddard now?
I don't know if I can quite move him to strong. I mean, strong for me at tight end is like borderline. You have to start him, but I think he's right there with guys like Zach Ertz, Sam Laporta, T.J. Hawkinson. I think he's right there with those guys. Like better than a streamer.
Yeah, and even though there are a lot of teams on by, not a ton of big name tight ends. It's Pitts, who is never like an absolute must start because you never know, and then Evan Ingram, who recently was kind of iffy himself. Not himself, but, his team. Which, by the way, whatever happened, is Doug Peterson still the coach in Jacksonville? Did they ever fire him?
As of today, he is still the coach, which means he's still the coach because you can't fire him. Like, they're not going to fire him on Monday. They would like if you're going to fire the guy, you're going to fire the guy at the start of the bye so you can promote the new head coach and get him ready. So looks like we have Doug Peterson rest the season.
That's bizarre. Oh well. Okay. Anyways, going on. A couple more tight ends to worry about. Jake Ferguson is out, so Luke Schoonmaker becomes a pretty good option if you need a tight end. And then Josh Oliver of Minnesota is out. Not that anybody was really starting him, although last week we did have a couple people consider him. This might help TJ Hawkinson because Oliver's been involved as a pass catcher lately. And then Alexander Madison and Zamir White for the Raiders. Both are going to be out. This means lead running back Amir Abdullah. We had a lot of Amir Abdullah questions yesterday. I assume we'll have some more today, but I said this. I think he's basically just a flex or if a desperation fill in because of the bye week. I mean, we can't go crazy. It's the Raiders, and they're going against the Broncos defense.
Exactly. Can't go crazy here. He's like desperation flex. Like, I'll put him in the flex tier, but he's one of those guys I don't want to play if I can avoid it. Exactly.
Don't necessarily want to play Miles Sanders ever, but you can't because he's out this week. And that coincides with the in status of Jonathan Brooks. And again, we did talk about this yesterday, but if you got Jonathan Brooks, hypothetically, are you tempted to play him at all?
No way. I no idea how many touches he's going to get. No idea if he's even going to touch the football, honestly. Like, remember, this is his first NFL game, and the guy just started practicing with the team, a few weeks ago? Whatever it was. Like, you know what I mean? This isn't like a rookie who had all preseason. Even the rookies that we saw, like the Trey Bensons, that they weren't getting any touches to start the season. It took a while for them to start getting touches. There's a good chance Jonathan Brooks gets 0 touches today.
Right. And whatever touches he gets, it's against a tough Chiefs run defense. Yeah. So I know it's tempting. I know you're glad to see Jonathan Brooks playing. So are we, but not playing in your fantasy team lineup. And thought that maybe possibly Josh Reynolds will be back, but he's not just yet. Same with Brandon Cooks, both guys who've been on IR. Not yet. Okay, let's do the ins, and then we'll leave the one for last here. Guys who are in and playing. There was a lot of question about Malik Neighbors. He says he plans to play. Let's just hope he's good enough, close to 100%. Again, this is probably the toughest one we'll have today. Malik Neighbors, what do you do? It's like, okay, we know he's actually going to play, but effectiveness, Tommy DeVito, it's the Giants, etc. So where do you rank Neighbors as of now?
Yeah, I did see something where he had the similar groin thing. I think it was like week 7, and he played like 93% of the snaps. So I feel okay about him like being out there and playing, and it is a great matchup. Of course, you got to be a little bit worried about Tommy DeVito, but I think I'm still keeping Neighbors in the strong start tier. So I there's definitely wide receivers I would play over him if I had them, but I'm not like going to bump him down too far here.
Yeah, I wish it wasn't the Bucs defense. That way I could feel a little better about saying no to Neighbors sometimes. You're like, nah, it's not worth it. Risk it. But it's the Bucs defense. Horrible. So you got to weigh the risk with the potential reward. And then Mike Evans is back in that game. He's going to play. That's a big sigh of relief. And then for the Bears, they had both Keenan Allen and DeAndre Swift questionable, but both of them also plan to play. I'm going to give it a go. Adam Thielen is back. I'll rejoice. We got Adam Thielen back in Carolina. Bryce Young's probably pretty happy, I will say that. But, yeah, I don't think we need to get carried away here either. And the last one, the only questionable as of right now, because it's Monday night, is Ladd McConkey. And this is another tough one because we hate the questionable tag. We hate waiting until Monday night. But what's your gut saying about Ladd?
My gut is saying he plays. He plays. Remember, he returned to practice, I think, yesterday, which is basically their Thursday or their Friday. That's their Friday. So I feel good. Again, he played through it last week. He injured it in week 10, played through it last week. I don't see why he wouldn't play through it this week. I feel great about Ladd this week. I'm firing him up if I got him. I mean, the nice thing, I shouldn't say the nice thing, but the worst case scenario here, if you do have Ladd and let's say he's out at the last second, you could always just plug in Josh Palmer. I mean, he's not the most exciting guy, but Josh Palmer will get involved, and it's the Ravens. He'll probably get you something.
Yeah, and if Ladd doesn't play, then you got to feel better about all the other receivers because there's an uptick in targets for them. So, agree. At least you have options. Like there's some offenses where, let's say Devontae Smith was a last-second scratch. You're like, okay, who's Eagles receiver number 3? Nobody that I should be playing. Like nobody of interest. So at least you got options. All right. Let's get to your questions because I know some of these make for tough decisions and there's always tough decisions. Before we do that, here's an easy decision. Easy pick. It's Justin Herbert getting a yard. That's right. Higher than 0.5 total yards, you get this free pick if you're trying underdog for the very first time. So anybody out there who has not signed up yet, you do it now, you get the free pick. Justin Herbert, higher for 0.5 total yards. You get that free pick, and you also get up to $1,000 of bonus cash on your initial deposit. They'll match your first deposit, 50% of it. You get free cash, you get the free pick, and you get that if you use code ENDGAME when you first check out. So make sure you try it if you haven't yet. And then also, don't forget to try our app. It's called Draft Lane, and it connects you with us. It's this in app form, so you can download it for free. Just check the App Store, the Play Store, all the stores, and you can find Draft Lane on there. And you ask your questions, we get back to you with personalized feedback. So keep it going. You can keep that app all throughout the playoffs. And hey, we're not too far from best ball season for next year. We can do it for best ball too. Why not? Okay, but we want to answer your questions because that's why you're here. So let's see. Okay. I mean, we always go with whoever was first. At least reward the first couple of comments. Gavin Ward, hoping you're still on, asked this question about 10 hours ago when the stream was scheduled. Gavin Ward has been waiting patiently, so let's reward him. Starting Kyler, CMC, JT, Terry, McConkey, Auden, Tracy. There's the bench. Any changes? That's some good players on waivers.
Sorry, I'm dealing with a cough this morning, so I'm muting myself in case I cough. I forgot to unmute myself. Yeah, it's supposed to be a pretty shallow league. The only one I'm really debating is Reed and Tracy at the flex.
Yeah,
I think Reed. Yeah, I think Reed gives you more potential upside, but also more risk. I think Tracy gives you a much, much higher floor than Jaden Reed. So I don't mind starting Tracy if you're like, hey, I just want, like, I don't want, I mean, because you got Kyler, CMC, JT, Terry, McConkey, like Auden, you already have a lot of upside throughout your lineup. It's, you know what I mean? It's not like you have a bunch of high floor guys. So if you're like, I want somebody that can give me that higher floor, I'm okay going Tracy. I think if it's me, I probably do go Reed and shoot for that upside. But I understand that he's also riskier. He could get like 2 catches for 25 yards and have no floor at all.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm in on Reed. You know that. What I would do is I'd probably put Reed at receiver and then put McConkey at the flex, and then you can wait. And if for some reason McConkey doesn't play, then you at least have a chance to pivot last minute, right? Those guys are on waivers. I'm sure Josh Palmer's on waivers. So I'm going Reed just because I'm big on Reed this matchup. Remember, Niners not just without Brock Purdy, they without Nick Bosa. That's a huge difference for them defensively. So go for upside.
Actually, and that's a good.
League. You want that upside?
Yeah, that's a good point for anybody on the stream right now. Always put your player playing latest in your flex spot because it gives you more flexibility. So even if you're gonna like Gavin, even if you're gonna play Tracy, still put McConkey in the flex. Although I guess you can't if you're gonna flex Tracy. Obviously, in that case, you can't. But yeah, always put your latest player that you can in the flex because if something happens, if they're like McConkey's not like that, the problem is like let's say you leave the lineup the way it is. And tomorrow they're like, McConkey's not going to play. You have to put a wide receiver in. Whereas if McConkey's in your flex, you could go pick up a running back, or maybe you have a running back on your bench that you could plug in. You know what I mean? It gives you more flexibility.
Right. It's good little strategy there. Let's get to, so Willie Snyder, this I'm a little confuzzled by. He's saying, I have no way of replacing Ferguson as my tight end. Like you're not allowed to make any more waiver moves? You can't pick up Schoonmaker? I'm not sure why.
Yeah, there are some weird league rules out there. Like you only get so many waiver moves a year. Like why? Like,
yeah, and if that's annoying, but whatever, right? Every league is unique. If that's the case, those are leagues where you do need to get a backup tight end. You do need to have a backup quarterback because then if something happens, like Ferguson gets concussed, then you're screwed. But I mean, I guess. Well, you're not going to get points today if that's the case, but it is concussion. He should be back next week, I would assume. I guess that's the good news.
Yeah, it's a concussion, so you know how these things go. Like he should be back next week. This isn't a guy with like a history of concussions like Chris Olave to where they would put him on IR. He should be back next week and good to go for the playoffs.
Right. Ricardo is next. Has two chats. Pick two. Lad, DJ Moore, Ridley.
Lad for sure. DJ Moore, Ridley is close for me this week. I like DJ Moore against the Vikings. I liked what I saw from the Bears offense last week. Oh, man. I think I'm going DJ Moore over Ridley. That one is really close for me. That one's really close.
Ridley, will have that higher ceiling, but also could do less. I like DJ Moore enough. I would go DJ Moore. Get you your points. Roll with Hawk or pick up a free agent. Like Disley is available, but if you have Hawk, you just go with Hawk.
Yeah, I just roll with Hawk. Because, I mean, Disley is a good streaming option this week, but I don't think you're going to want to start Disley over Hawk every week. So I would just roll with Hawk.
Right. Disley, a very good option, but if you already have Hawkinson, he's probably just as good. And then also for defense, Vikings or the Commanders.
Man, both good options this week. But I think I got it. I think I'm just going to keep rolling with the Vikings. I mean, it's Caleb Williams. It's the Bears. Like he'll still take a bazillion sacks. And the Vikings have been so good all year. I feel like the Vikings, like it's not very often I'll say there's a defense I'm not streaming, but the Vikings are defense you could just play every week and not worry about it. So if you drop the Vikings to get the Commanders, now you're back to streaming defenses. I mean, I just keep rolling with the Vikings.
Yeah, that's what I would say is just in a vacuum. This week, I'm going to say Washington defense because they're going against Dallas, Cooper Rush. But if you're going to have to drop your defense, just keep the Vikings. They're still a good option. They get the Bears twice, not just this week, but in a couple more weeks. They get, let's see, Seattle. It's not a terrible matchup. Falcons, they'll get some turnovers. It's not like a hard schedule. So, yeah. And then available bench, Chuba Swift, one of the three receivers. Any changes? Got Herbert, CMC, B-Rob, flexing Hunt. Chuba or Swift? No, we got Hunt just barely over Chuba, right?
Yeah, only simply because Chuba has the Chiefs. Yeah.
All right, so you're good. I think you're good, Ricardo. All right, what is up, Juice? Juice 420 is in mourning because the Saints and Taysom Hill are off this week. But pick 2, Jennings, McConkey, Wall, and Dobbs.
McConkey, man. I think I still am going to go Jennings here because I don't feel great about Dobbs. And I can't do Waddle. Like maybe this is the week. Because there like it's almost a statistical certainty, although not complete, that there is going to be a game where Jalen Waddle has like a 50-yard touchdown or something. Because it's just well, I know we're waiting, but like look at all the guys that have had random big games this year. Like even Nick Westbrook-Akine last week, right? Had a random big game. Like if you're on the field that much and you're a talented player, at some point you're gonna have a big play touchdown. Like it's all, you know what I mean? Like you got to think. But I'm not willing to I'm not putting that in my lineup and hoping that it's the week. This is the week. No. So I'm going McConkey and Jennings here.
Yeah, I'm not holding my breath anymore for a while. I'm done. Let's just go the first 2. Alex Bellevue needs a running back. I think tight ends and flex. Mondre Pollard, Keenan, Dobbs, Westbrook. No, I guess that's not tight end. It's an unless he's saying in French. 1 running back and 1 flex.
All right, I'm going Ramondre at the running back position. Not a bad matchup for him, and he gets all the touches here. Pollard's got a tough matchup this week, so I'm going to go Ramondre. Is that Westbrook-Akine?
Must be.
Yeah, I think people are a little too. Remember, he had a 98-yard touchdown last week. Now I know he's been scoring, but he's been getting like 2 catches and a touchdown. So it's like a floor. It's a floor. But man, he's not gonna. I can say with almost 100% statistical certainty, he is not going to have a 98-yard touchdown. Probably the rest of his career. Probably the rest of his career. So I think I just go Keenan here. I think Keenan can give me a floor as well. I'm talking about at the flex. I don't know, maybe Pollard because Spears is out and he'll be the workhorse, but it is a tough matchup for Pollard. It's PPR. I think I just go Keenan. He gets that Vikings defense and not been very good against wide receivers. So I think I'm going to go Ramondre and Keenan.
Yeah, Ramondre is the one I feel best about. I wish there was another receiver I felt better about. And I wish Pollard didn't have a tough matchup. So, I mean, Pollard will get just some points. Keenan will get just some points. And there's not much ceiling anywhere here, unfortunately. But yeah, let's just do Keenan then. Which, by the way, now I think about this, Alex this is Canadian, right? It's a CA, Canada. So he probably was saying and. He slipped into some Franglish. Dan Plant. 12 team PPR 9-2. Got Murray, Barkley, Monty, AJB, Cup, Jonnu, Puka, Connor, Nico on the bench. And that's what, 3 flexes? You got 3 flexes there. Herbert, Harrison, Hunt.
Wow.
Irving. This must be a shallow. No, it's a 12-team league. Man, you got a really stacked team. No wonder you're 9-2.
Yeah, seriously. Man, it's tough having like Harrison and Hunt on the bench, but I don't think you can start those guys. Okay, I'll say this. I have Hurry. It's going to combine Herbert and Murray. I have Herbert above Murray, but they're literally QB3, QB4.
Yeah.
So if you're feeling Murray, just roll with Murray. Like, don't let me talk you out of Murray because it's like literally QB3, QB4. It's not like I have Herbert QB3 and Murray QB15 or something. It's QB3, QB4. So if you want to stick with Murray, go with Murray. I'm fine with that. I mean, yeah, I don't think Hunt and Monty is close only because Monty has such a good matchup. But I know Hunt also has a great matchup, and I know he's going to get all the touches. But I probably just roll with Monty, so I think I just stick with what you got.
Yeah, you have a lot of must-start players. I mean, I can't even think about your receivers because you have Puka, Nico, A.J. Brown, and Cobb. It's crazy. Um, what about Otten over Jonnu? Would you switch that?
Oh yeah, I missed that. Yes, I would go Otten over Jonnu.
Yeah, Otten, the only one I would say is Otten over Jonnu. Harrison, again, I really want to play Harrison, but I really don't want to sit any of your other players.
No.
Yeah, I don't even know if it matters. Like maybe Connor or Monty could maybe sit one of those for Harrison, but I don't think it matters. Your team is pretty stacked. So let's just keep it the way it is, other than the tight end. MW on air. Welcome back. Abdullah over Hill and Singletary. If it's Justice Hill, then yeah.
Yeah, I'll play Abdullah over those guys because I mean Singletary is barely even touching the ball now, and then Justice Hill, yeah, he might get you some catches, but Amir Abdullah will get you some catches too, and he might even get goal line work, and he might get carries. So definitely Abdullah.
Right. And then Geno over Darnold.
Yeah, I go Geno over Darnold this week. This is not a good spot for Sam Darnold on the road in Chicago. Nah, no thanks.
No. And a lot of people yesterday, we haven't had it yet. Maybe we do. We just haven't seen it yet. But a lot of people yesterday worried about the weather in Seattle. Like, guess what? It's raining. It tends to do that in Seattle, but it's not a monsoon or a typhoon or anything like that. It's just rain. So no concerns about the weather there. No, you shouldn't be concerned about the weather there. Jim Slim, 92. Changed my mind. Okay. Downs at the flex. Or Taylor Pollard at the flex, like Jonathan Taylor.
Man, I'm still like I know there's some worry with JT right now. It is a tough matchup, and Anthony Richardson vultured a couple touchdowns last week, but I don't think I could sit JT for downs. Me personally, I don't know if that was enough to change your mind. Probably not.
Well, I think for me, what sticks out, you're saying the huge upside for Josh Downs. Like, how huge do we think the upside is with Anthony Richardson, who, granted, looked much better last week, but okay, Josh Downs, 84 yards and a touchdown. That's good, but is the upside more than that? Like, I think that is pretty much his ceiling. It's like 100 yards and a touchdown, which is good. But you don't think Jonathan Taylor can go for 100 yards and a touchdown? Because he's done that a lot more in his career than Josh Downs has. So
yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, we say huge upside, but like even last week, how many fantasy points did Josh Downs get in PPR? Like 18?
Yeah.
I wouldn't call that huge upside. I'd say that's good, but I wouldn't call that huge upside.
Yeah, man, that's like a normal week for Jonathan Taylor. That's
right.
So okay, if you're feeling it, go for it. You can't say that it's just like completely ridiculous. You're not saying like, oh, I'm gonna bench, Saquon Barkley for the huge upside of Amir Abdullah. Okay, then we'd have to have some words, but it's doable. But Jonathan Taylor would be my pick too. John M, 6-5, a whole lot of buys going on. Jennings or Dell?
I think this is where I draw the line and just say Jennings. Dell has just been so disappointing this year, and it's not just Dell, it's Stroud too, right? It's the whole offense outside of really Joe Mixon and Nico Collins when he's been healthy. So yeah, even with Nico and Diggs out, we haven't seen that Tank Dell bump. So I'll just still go Jennings here.
Yeah, I'd go Jennings. And here's the thing, a lot of people are ripping Tank Dell lately because they're disappointed. Now I think it's safe to say I don't think it's even him. It's not Tank Dell that's the problem. CJ Stroud has not been himself. This offense, they're just not needing to pass the ball as much because Joe Mixon has been, for whatever reason, just completely dominant. They're facing the Titans. This is basically a run funnel defense. This is a defense that is very tough against the pass, and they're not as good against the run. They want you to try to run it on them for whatever reason. Yeah, I just don't feel it's a good Stroud-Dell game. You got to also realize Nico clearly wasn't 100% last week because after his non-touchdown, he didn't play as much. Maybe Nico gets the ball more this week. I don't think that's good for Tank Dell. But yeah, Dell is a tough start. He's like a risky flex. Anthony Richardson or Geno Smith? Now, that's an interesting question. You gonna go with AR and the huge upside?
Well, I think AR definitely gives you more upside here. So
Yeah.
if you want to go for the upside, you can go with Anthony Richardson. But I think I'm actually going Geno Smith. It's close. I guess I have them both in this as like streamers this week. I do actually like Geno Smith against Cardinals, but Anthony Richardson has more upside. So with the rushing,
This is a case where I think I will go Richardson because I do think he's got the potential for a bigger game here. Geno Smith is fine. Like, he's a solid streamer, whatever, but I'll take a chance and hope for a little bit more from AR. And then he says Kirk is on the waivers. Should I add him?
Kirk Cousins? No.
Yeah.
No.
I'd rather have
I
Anthony
think the Falcons have a really tough schedule coming up.
Yeah, that too. And then Bears or Cards for defense.
Oh, I guess Bears. I mean, they are a good defense. They get Sam Darnold. He'll turn the ball over. He'll take sacks.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go with Bears. CJ HTX needs 2 receivers in a flex. CD, DK, Evans, Jennings, JT, and Jacobs. Ooh.
2 wide receivers in a flex. Oh, man. Doesn't say scoring here. I think I'm going to play DK and Evans at wide receiver. I'm going to flex JT. JT gets one more week for me. If JT's bad again this week, then maybe I'm like in panic mode.
Yeah. This gets easier now with Jennings getting Brandon Allen. You can pretty much eliminate Jennings from this list. I'm starting Evans if I have him. The tough decision to me is CD or DK, but I think I'll go DK based on matchup, and then JT is the flex. Agree. I'm still starting JT. All right, the real Superman needs a win. 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a tight end, and a flex. It's Mixon. That is Kyron Williams. Did he clarify below? White. AJB, Metcalf, Ladd, Ridley, Rome, Kittle, K, Jonnu. Do I flex a tight end? Hopefully not.
Yeah,
Kittle? I think he means Kittle. Is Kittle still stable?
Yeah, I think Kittle's definitely still startable. I still go Kittle. I go Mixon, Kyron, AJ Brown, Metcalf, Ladd, Kittle at tight end. No, I'm not. And I'm not flexing a second tight end. No,
I need to clarify it's half PPR. So I don't think that changes anything. You got to start the first 2 running backs. Yeah, those first 3 receivers. And you pretty much have it in order here. So Kittle should be fine. If anything, backup or inexperienced quarterbacks usually helps the tight end more so than the wideouts. Okay, let's get to John Smith. 10-man PPR needs a quarterback, receiver, and a flex. Kyler or Goff?
Kyler.
Definitely Kyler. JSN, Ridley, Jennings, Abdullah. 1 receiver, 1 flex. It's full PPR.
I'm actually gonna go JSN and Ridley here. I sadly feel better about Ridley than Jennings this week because at least with Will Levis, I know he'll get the targets and he has had some nice games. We just don't know. How Brandon Allen is going to, who he's going to target. Is it just going to be, is he going to dump, like, is CMC going to have 10 catches today? I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, what is he going to do? I'm just going to go JSN and Ridley here.
Yeah, I think that's a smart move. There you go. Leo Hilo, flex, Rome, Worthy, Watson, Benson, and then pick a tight end. Well, got to be Disley.
Yeah, Disley definitely over Kraft. I'm going to go Rome at flex. I think he's got the most upside. Again, this Vikings defense gives up a lot to wide receivers. 10 targets last week. I'm going to go Rome.
I'm going Rome too. Think he's one of my boom picks this week. Think he could have a nice game. So Rome it is. Mumble Dragon. Pick 3. Debo, Javonte, Dobbins, Ridley, Waddle. I think it's pretty easy.
Yeah, I'm not starting Javonte or Waddle.
Exactly. Yeah, no to Javonte, no to Waddle. So pick those other 3. Matthew Temple, 2 receivers and 1 flex. Evans, Debo, Hopkins, Pittman, Stevenson.
Evans. I think I'm going to go Evans, Hopkins, and Stevenson at flex. I think I'm gonna bench Debo and Pittman here.
Yeah, Evans the one I feel best about. Yeah, Hopkins would probably be next. I think even if it's PPR, this is where it gets tough between like Debo and Stevenson, right? Because you figure Debo should get some some receptions and get you that floor. Stevenson, mostly a floor play. But then it's like, what has Debo done the last 2 weeks, even with Purdy there? Yeah, Evans, Hopkins, let's go Stevenson. It's close with Debo. Juan Pablo Guerrero, good morning. 14-team league, full PPR. Okay. Tucker Kraft or Theo Johnson?
Oh man. I'll go Tucker Kraft here and just hope for a touchdown. At least he has Jordan Love throwing him the football.
You never know. Maybe Tommy DeVito's favorite target is the rookie tight end, but probably shouldn't count on that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it could be, or he could, All
right, let's go with Kraft. Benny Black, what's up, Benny? Estime, Sharbs, Rojo again, flashing back to Ronald Jones, but Rashawn Johnson.
I'll just go Estime here and hope he gets the Raiders, right? He gets the best matchup here. Maybe this is the week Sean Payton says, okay, it's your turn. I mean, it wasn't like he was, I know everybody got the rug pulled out from under him last week with Estime thinking like they had the new lead back in Denver, but he still got 6 carries and 3 catches. I mean, what is Rashawn Johnson getting you? 10 carries? What is Charbonnet getting you? Like 2 carries and 2 catches? I'll just gamble on Estime here.
Yeah, Charbonnet getting you nothing. It's like Rashawn Johnson, hope for a touchdown, which he could do.
Right.
Estime and hope that Sean Payton is, it's Mr. Hyde instead of Dr. Jekyll today.
Right.
Just, I guess, go Estime. Dowdle, Estime. Is that just a separate question? I'm trying to figure out. We have 3 questions here.
Yeah, I'll still go Estime. Like, what is the upside of Dowdle?
And that one, I'll go Dowdle and just hope he catches some passes and scores a touchdown. At least I know he'll touch the ball. And then Swift or Jawan, I think it's either Swift or Jawan Jennings at the flex, I'm going to guess.
I might just go. Does it say scoring here, Benny? Do we know what Benny's in?
PPR.
I might just go Jawan here. It's not a great spot for Swift. And we saw last week, again, only 4 more carries than Rashawn Johnson. Rashawn Johnson gets most of the goal line work. I might just go Jawan here and hope for the best.
Yeah, and even though he's playing, he was limited in practice during the week. Got a groin issue. You never know. Just go with Jawan Jennings. All right, good luck, Benny. Alan Conklin with Purdy still out. Jennings or D-Hop?
D-Hop. I'll just go D-Hop against the Panthers.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this is one that has changed, right? Earlier in the week, it would have been Jennings, and now we're going to go D-Hop.
Yeah.
Okay. Another fun one. Roman, Schoonmaker, or JT Sanders at the tight end?
Now, Schoonmaker. I mean, yes, I know the Chiefs are bad against tight ends, but really, what are we hoping for from Sanders? He needs to score. He needs to score to give you a floor, right? He's not going to get 10 targets. Schoonmaker had 10 targets last week. Now I don't expect him to get 10 again, but it's him and CeeDee. That's it. That's all they have to throw to. Him and CeeDee Lamb. That's it. So I'm going to go Schoonmaker. I'm just going to take my floor at tight end and move on.
The disrespect to Jonathan Mingo. No, I'm just kidding.
I forgot he played.
Exactly. Okay. Drone. These two receivers in a flex. Ooh, Tyreek Cup, D-Hop, McLaurin, Jason.
Tyreek, Cup, and McLaurin are going to be my three.
Yeah, those are my three as well. Julio runs CMC. Let's hope he runs a lot today. Start Evans, Dell, or
Yes.
D-Hop.
Evans. I'm going Evans. If Evans playing, he's in my lineup.
Yeah, we got Evans. Roll him out. Ayush. Yeah, you are back. Where you been? It's like a 2-month absence. Okay. CD or Lad?
I'm going Lad. I like Lad's upside this week against the Ravens.
Yeah, and again, even though he's questionable, sounds like he'll probably play. It's a shoulder thing. Don't think he'll keep him out. Too much upside against that Ravens defense. Infernal Mountain Dew? That sounds kind of frightening. Are you flexing Will Dissly or Jameson Williams?
Jameson Williams. Like Will Dissly is good as a tight end, but I'm not flexing him if I can help it.
Yeah, Dissly, again, a strong tight end, but Jameson's in a good spot. Go Jameson. And then Blue Line 757 needs 3. Harrison, McConkey, Ridley, Jennings. Is Jennings odd man out here?
Yep. I'm sadly benching Jennings now.
Yeah. This would have been a tough decision, but I think now it just seems obvious. Just eliminate the risk here. Niner fan, but not a Jennings question. Puka and Terry, good. Flex, DK or Harrison?
I'm going DK. DK is another one of these guys. For the most part, if he plays, he's in my lineup.
And that's what I say too. I'm just saying, like, if I have DK, usually starting him, but I'm feeling Harrison this week. It's the same game, so I'm going to go Harrison and see if he finally comes through with a monster game. Kyler or Herbert? That same question. It's barely Herbert, right?
Yes, barely Herbert.
All right, fine. I'm a sucker for flattery. Yvonne Garcia, the Goaty Goats. That's us.
What's up?
Are we flexing Jonnu Smith or Rachaad White?
I'm flexing Rachaad White. I feel pretty good about Rachaad White this week. I mean, you look at it. I know Evans is back, so that may hurt him a little bit in the passing game, but guy had 6 catches last game before the bye. He's been getting a lot of receptions. He always has a chance to score. It's the Giants. I'm going White.
Yeah, and again, keep saying Jonnu Smith, like a decent option at tight ends if you need one. Don't expect a big game this week. Like, he'll be fine, but I don't think it's going to be anything like last week. Frosif needs a bye week fill-in. Would you drop Rashawn for Amir Abdullah?
Yeah, I'd prefer Abdullah this week.
Probably, yeah. More touches.
If you need to start him. Yeah.
Yeah, we're saying if Swift was out, then you would just go Rashawn Johnson, but he's not. Let's do Senor Rojo sitting Jennings and Dell for Worthy and Dissly.
I don't think so. I don't think I'm doing this.
And this is I know we just railed against Tank Dell. At least I did in that Texans offense. Look, I'm not feeling great about Tank Dell, but on a weekly basis, when do you ever feel confident that Xavier Worthy is going to get you points? He did last week because they intentionally, manufactured touches for him in the first half, and then he disappeared. But I don't know. Like maybe I could go Worthy over Dell. Just feel like I want upside. Okay, fine, I get that. I don't feel like it's a big Dell week, but I don't think I'm going to sit Jennings for either of those two guys. So yeah, I would probably do Jennings and I guess Worthy, which is now shocking. I'm shocking myself by saying that. You would go what, Jennings and Dell?
Yeah, I still go Jennings and Dell.
All right. Miracle Man in half. Oh wow.
Oh.
You got to pick Tommy DeVito or Brandon Allen.
I'll go Brandon Allen just because he has all those weapons around him. I mean, he could throw a wide receiver screen at Debo, and Debo goes 60 yards to the house. He could dump it off to CMC, and CMC houses it. I'll go Brandon Allen here.
Yeah, you know what the funny thing is, I feel a little better about DeVito as a quarterback, but I feel much better about the Niners offense than the Giants offense. And even though the Giants have a much better matchup, I feel like it's going to be a lot of Tyrone Tracy. So let's go Brandon Allen for upside, and then Reed or Jennings. Well, now this has become Reed, clearly.
Yeah, definitely Reed.
Phil, the real deal. All right. Quentin Johnston or Tank Dell?
I'll just go QJ here. It's the Ravens. Again, like what are we getting from Tank Dell? Like Tank Dell will give you a floor. It's not like he's worthless, but give up QJ.
Yeah, I'm gonna go QJ as well. So now I can justify my rant against Tank Dell. Jojo, love watching you every week. Appreciate everything. Oh,
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys. Bo Nix or JD today. Now I will say this. I did find out the Raiders apparently have two starting cornerbacks that are out, Nate Hobbs and somebody else. But I'm still not going Bo Nix.
Yeah, I like Bo Nix this week, actually. I think he's definitely startable in a 1 QB league, but I'm still going JD this week.
Yeah, that Dallas defense is just nothing like last year's. Chris Laborde. Nix or Kyler? Speaking of.
I'm going Kyler.
Definitely going Kyler. I was expecting a very hot take, because Chris Laborde always has them.
I know. This is very subdued for you, Christopher.
Yeah. Can you force Higgins on bye, Devontae Smith is out, Jennings, or drop Ingram to streamer receiver? Well,
only if somehow in your league, like somebody really good is on waiver wire, like Jamison Williams or something like that. I'm not okay. I know Evan Ingram for a couple weeks. It was like, oh man, Evan Ingram, but you got to erase those last couple weeks, and you got to remember coming out of the bye, at least as far as we know now, we're getting Doug Peterson and Trevor Lawrence, which means we're getting Evan Ingram back. Like the Evan Ingram we want, the Evan Ingram that gets targeted way too many times for a tight end in any NFL offense. So I don't want to drop Ingram just to stream some random wide receiver.
Yeah, and you're saying, who do you think might be on waivers? Like we would just be totally guessing. I have no idea who's on the waiver wire, because there's a lot of times players on waivers were shocked, and players you think might be aren't. I mean, like you said, Jamison Williams, if he's on waivers, yeah, sure, pick him up. Romo Dunze, okay, fine. But when you get to like Wan'Dale Robinson, Romeo Doubs, Tyler Lockett, it's like, are those guys really going to have big games that you're going to be glad you dropped Ingram? No. So probably not. I mean, Jennings isn't going to get you 0. I don't think. Lex Dad needs flex. Tracy, Ramondre, or Downs?
Again, it's between Tracy and Downs, and it comes down to what you're looking for here. Although, I mean, I think if it's me, I'm going Tracy, but it's fine if you want to go Downs too. I think that they're really close, and it is PPR, but
Yeah, these are all really close. Like Stat, this is a tough one. Downs does have upside, not sarcastically. It's true. Downs does have some upside. I like Tracy a lot this week. I feel like he's going to have a big week. So if it's my team, I'm actually going to take a chance on the big week from Tracy. Downs is my next choice. Needle Ninja James. Neighbors or QJ?
I'm still going Neighbors here. I like QJ, but this is I think is getting too deep. I'm going Neighbors here.
Yeah, QJ could do something kind of like him as a deep flex option, but Neighbors is a little bit more than that, even with the risk. All right, let's do lightning round. I'm calling it. We're gonna do some quick ones, no thought whatsoever. It's your gut is making the decisions, not you.
Okay.
Rodmonix Armin. Hey, Laporta or Henry at tight end?
Laporta.
Laporta it is. And then, no, that's too tough. Let's do, I like this one. God, Wrestling, and Football Podcast. That's an interesting mix. Dobbs or wait for McConkey?
I'm waiting for McConkey.
Yeah.
Worst case, I'll play Josh Palmer. He can probably give me whatever Dobbs gets me.
Right. That's true. Sin City, Sorcerer, Lopez. Flowers or Kyron?
Kyron.
Ertz or Disley?
Disley.
Thank you. You missed it. It's got to be Disley. It's got to be Disley. Renoir Lemire's Great Beginnings. Jonnu or Laporta?
Laporta.
Grimy. McConkey or Debo?
McConkey.
Yes, McConkey. Got away from McConkey. All right, now let's get to Gray Matter. J.K. Dobbins or Bucky Irving?
Bucky. Oh, we're not doing lightning round anymore. Bucky, but still Bucky. I was in lightning round mode still.
Yeah, well, we can knock these out. Yeah, I like Bucky. Huge upside this week. Let's go Bucky. Ooh, that's an interesting one. I don't even know if we should put it up, but I'm going to. BH, McConkey or Jonathan Taylor?
Doesn't say scoring. I think I still got to go JT, though. One more week. He gets one more week. Him and Kyron, they get one more week.
And then after this week, you get the axe.
Well, depends what they do this week.
All right. On the chopping block. You've been put on notice. Lex Dad, Reed or Downs?
Reed.
Yeah, I like Reed a lot. Robert and Lupita Gonzalez. Welcome. Start one with Jason by Keenan Addison Thielen.
I'll just go Keenan here. Addison not in a good spot against the Bears. Thielen coming off an injury against the Chiefs. Nah, I'll just go Keenan.
Yeah, Thielen is not really startable this week. Addison is like maybe a touchdown, maybe nothing. Right? Pretty much that's it. So at least Keenan will get you something. He should. Rodney Woods. Thank you, Rodney. Could have sworn I saw your question, but now I don't see it. So Rodney, hold tight. We'll keep looking. Let's go Adrian Michael. Stuck between DK and Neighbors. Weather versus injury. Okay, the weather's not really an issue, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go DK here. I know it's hard to bench Neighbors against the Bucks. Maybe
like weather's not a factor.
Neighbors.
So the risk is it's whether Neighbors has a big game, injury, Tommy DeVito, or just take DK. I think it's safer to go DK.
Yeah.
All right, here's Roddy Woods. Pick 2, Dobbs, Vile, John or Abdullah.
I'm going to go Vile and Dobbs in PPR. Dobbs always has a chance to score. And I actually kind of like Vile. I'm going to go those two.
Well, I'm a little more interested in Vile now because knowing that the Raiders are banged up in the secondary. Not going to go Jonnu. Just Dobbs, you never really know. Dobbs is just like, yeah, I think Dobbs probably should still go over those. I don't know. Villa's more interesting, but I still can't bring myself completely around to do it. I'll go Dobbs and Abdullah because I feel like at least Abdullah's going to get you points. Okay, Augustin. Thank you, Augustin. Let's see where your question is. I'm sure it's somewhere close to here. We actually have a different Augustin, believe it or not. We have 2 Augustins. Augustin Puente. Starting Goff, H.M. Barkley, Nico Evans, Henry, Nakua, McConkey's on the bench. McLaurin's on the bench. B-Rob's on the bench.
Yeah, but he's got H.M. and Barkley with Nico Evans and Nakua.
What can you do? Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do here. You're stacked.
Yeah. The only thing I might want to change is tight end. You don't have a tight end. So, yeah, you can't sit those players. Unfortunately, Augustin, you have too many good players. Okay, let's do this real quick. Dynamungo, Abdullah or Jonathan Brooks?
Abdullah.
Definitely
not put Jonathan Brooks in.
No. Lil Isaiah, AR, Tua, or Geno?
I'm just going to go Anthony Richardson here. Geno might actually be your safest option because they throw the ball. He just throws for so many yards that he always gives you a floor. But I want some upside. I'm going to go AR.
Yeah, these guys are all really close. All very close options. I did say I kind of like Tua, but AR gives you the higher ceiling. I again might regret this. You know, it happened last time we were in on AR, but he'll get you some. It's not like he's going to be a complete flop. I don't feel like he's going to be a complete flop.
Well, we say that he's been a complete flop this year, but yeah, I still think I'm chasing it.
I'll chase the points for AR. Is Kincaid droppable? Yes.
Yes, Kincaid is definitely droppable.
L Manny 500, Eckler or QJ at the flex?
I'll just go QJ here. Eckler's fine, but he's not going to get all the dump offs he got last week. They're not going to shut down Terry McLaurin this week. I'm going to go QJ.
Yeah, go QJ. Good matchup for Eckler, but just doesn't get as many touches. Let's go for upside. Cammy Cam is back. How's it been going? It's been a while. Need 2 QBs, 2 receivers in a flex, or just 1 QB and start the rest. Super flex league: Richardson, Darnold, Levis, Harrison, Downs, White, Evans.
All right. I think I'm going to go Richardson and Levis.
You said it. I heard you say you said Levis. You can't take it back.
Yeah, I think
it's
I'm
hard.
Go
You like
Levis
that internal struggle. Yeah, can I actually say Will Levis?
I think I am going to actually go Levis. He's just got a better matchup this week. So I'm going to go AR and Levis. 2 wide receivers will be so we're choosing between Harrison, Downs, Rashad White, and Evans for the 2 wide receivers in the flex? If so, I'm going to go the wide receivers.
Yeah, 2 receivers in the flex. Yeah, Evans definitely, Harrison definitely, and Downs. There you go. All right. Seth Swirsky. What's up, Seth? Which two for the flex? All right.
Oh, man.
Schoonmaker, Waddle, Demarcus Robinson, Westbrook Akine, Vele. Yeah, Bipocalypse is here.
I'm going to go the last two. At least Westbrook Akine has been scoring, and I like Vele this week. I think Vele is going to have a nice game. Schoonmaker find a stream at tight end. I'm not doing Waddle. I'm not doing Demarcus Robinson. So I'm going to go the last two.
This is just so sad. This is where Jalen Waddle has fallen to this group. And even then, Westbrook Akine is actually the guy I can feel best about. Maybe I'll. No, I can't. Just on principle. No, I think I can't say yes to Waddle, right? Just go fine. Let's just go.
I mean, you can.
Yeah, let's go the last two. So we agree. Okay. Got some interesting names here. Interesting names. Let's go with the Turtle Trolls. Richardson or Darnold?
Going Richardson. Again, Darnold on the road in Chicago, not a good spot for him.
Yeah, it's definitely AR, but also it's not Darnold. Yeah, tough spot for him. Krishan Tyson, 10-man, full PPR. Well, okay, must win, let's say. Well, it is a 10-man league. Have Kittle, but Purdy's out. Should I pick up and start a streamer? Okay. Disley, Henry, Ertz, Schultz, likely any of those guys over Kittle?
No, I'm still starting Kittle. Look, could Kittle disappoint? Could those guys outscore Kittle? I mean, maybe a couple of them could. I don't know if Schultz or likely could. Maybe they could. I mean, maybe, but I'm still just gonna roll with Kittle. You say you're 7-4, but I don't know why 7-4 is a must-win week. I mean, like I know we want to win every week. Okay, like you could be 10-1 and you'd probably be like a must-win week because that's just how we feel, right? Like we have to win every week, which is fine, which is good, but it's not like First of all, if Kittle, two things. First of all, if you lose this week, which we don't want you to lose, you're still 7-5. You're still more than in it. But second of all, even if Kittle doesn't have a huge game, you could still win your matchup. You still could win your matchup. It's not like it comes down to the it's going to come down to the tight end. I mean, it might, but it's not very likely. Good. So I'm just going to still roll with Kittle.
Yeah, the only one that tempts me is Disley, but still, you got to realize he's one of several targets they have there. I would go Kittle too. So yes, worried about Kittle, but it's not like Disley is a slam dunk. Jason Burris, Murray or Herbert? I think the same thing stands. Herbert barely over Murray.
Yeah, how many Murray Herbert questions did we had? How do so many teams have Murray and Herbert? Maybe everybody picked up Herbert on Murray's bye, I'm guessing.
This one makes sense to me because, Herbert wasn't drafted everywhere, right? He's not a guy that you were starting all year because he wasn't. I mean, he was probably dropped in a lot of leagues, even if he was owned halfway through the season because they were barely passing the ball. But Murray was disappointing, right? Those couple of games where he was bad, and then Herbert was coming on, and then the bye week. So that makes sense to me. You're like, okay, I'm disappointed with Murray, or I need somebody for that bye, and then Herbert was the best available. So that does. I don't understand how everybody has like Brock Bowers and Trey McBride. Like, how did that happen? That doesn't make sense. Washington or Minnesota?
I'm going. If you already have, if both these defenses are on the waiver wire, I'll go Washington. But if you've been rolling with Minnesota all year, we talked about this earlier. If you've been rolling with Minnesota all year and now you have to drop Minnesota to get Washington, I'm just going to hold Minnesota. Minnesota's been good like every week but 1 week.
Right. That's exactly it. If you're just streaming, it doesn't matter. Just stick. I like Washington slightly better this week, but again, look rest of the season. Like you said, next week, it's still a good matchup for Washington. Week 14, they're on bye, one of those teams. And then week 16, playoffs, they get the Eagles. Not good. Then they get the Falcons. It's not a great end of season schedule for Washington. Prefer Minnesota. All right, let's do Laura McCarty Art because I know she's never asked a question before. Welcome, Laura. Needs help. 10-teamer. Daniels, Cup, Neighbors, Jennings, Harrison, Odunze, have CMC, Walker, and Tracy McBride at tight end. Needs 2, 2, and 1.
All right. CMC and Walker at running back. Cup and Neighbors at wide receiver. I'm going to flex Harrison in full PPR over McBride. Over Tracy, and then McBride at tight end.
There you go. Good. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Got to flex Harrison here. Tough to bench Tracy, but you got good enough running backs. You can do that. All right. Good luck, Laura. And then Dr. Mike Mama. This is a 16-team league. Flex. Okay.
I'm going at least I know Schultz will get some. At least Schultz will get some catches in his PPR. Jonathan Brooks, there is legitimately a chance he gets 0 touches, 1 or 2 carries, right? Yeah. There's a legitimate chance. He might get less than 10 yards. Honestly, give me Schultz.
Yeah, this one caught me off guard. I did not see the Dalton Schultz flex, but 16-team league and by Mageddon, that happens. I will say this, maybe there's somebody better on waivers, which I know it's 16-teamer, but a guy like I mentioned somebody on Draftline earlier, Kendrick Bourne, nobody was really paying attention to, could be the lead receiver there again for New England. Maybe he's available. Josh Palmer, not the worst option this week. So anyways, Stafford, Arnold.
I'll go Stafford, both in tough spots, but Stafford, he got his breakfast buddies there. I'll go Stafford.
Yeah, gonna trust Stafford just a little bit more. Jody Bedard. If Ladd is out, would you flex Bucky, Tracy, or Hawkinson today to be safe? No, I think we said we're just waiting on Ladd.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on Ladd.
Yeah, you don't have good options. I like both Bucky and Tracy, but I think Ladd's upside is definitely more. Main event. I see what you did there. Which two? Ladd, Myers, D-Hop, Watson.
I'm going to go Ladd and D-Hop. D-Hop against Ladd for sure. D-Hop against Panthers. I like that matchup.
Yeah, Ladd is still a strong start. Gonna assume he plays. Sounds like he probably will. And I'm gonna go Hopkins against Panthers. G-Mac, Jennings, or JMO?
Jameson.
Definitely Jameson. What is up, Sir Boomer? 9-2, just so everybody knows. Win and he's in the playoffs.
I can't believe 9-2. You're still not in the playoffs at 9-2. There's a chance. There's a chance that if you finish 9-5, you're out of the playoffs.
That's a good question. I think you would.
Your league must be very a bunch of really good teams, and then a few horrible teams. There must be no middle-ish teams, I guess. You have 6 or 7, maybe you have 7 really strong teams, and then 5 terrible, just awful teams.
Well, we know he's not one of the awful teams because still in first place, playing second place. So this is maybe also for the number 1 seed. Wide receiver 2 in the flex. Okay, you got to go with your boy. You've already called him out. He's your guy. He's Ladd, and then Bucky Downs.
It's PPR, right? I think I'm gonna go Downs over Bucky. Ladd and Downs.
Yeah, and he's worried. Again, he has no way to fill his spot if Ladd doesn't play.
There's got to be some way to fill the spot.
You never know. Yeah, let's go Ladd and Downs. Carson. Start 2 running backs, 2 receivers in a flex. Saquon, Achane, Jacobs, Tracy, Nico, Puka, Downs, Harrison.
All right, you got to go Saquon and Achane. You got to go Nico and Puka. It doesn't say. I'll assume PPR. I'll go Harrison.
There you go. A lot of good choices here. Roy. Half PPR, Harrison or Ridley?
Harrison.
Yeah. Going to go Harrison. Rookit. I think. Desperate for a flex, only got Waddle remaining, or Abdullah or Quentin Johnston. You can go Quentin Johnston, right?
Oh wait, Quentin Johnston? Oh yeah, definitely Quentin Johnston. That was Rashawn
like
Johnson. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it says Johnston, so I think that's QJ. Yeah, I would go QJ too.
Yeah, definitely QJ.
Jonah Guretas. Commanders, Eagles, Bears, or Titans for defense.
I think you got to go. You got to go Commanders against Cooper Rush and the Cowboys.
Yeah, for this group, look, Commanders are definitely one of the top defenses here. I don't see the Vikings, so I think Commanders have to be the best choice. David Uppner, Jameson or DJ Moore?
Ooh, this is where it gets close for me. Definitely close. But I think I like DJ Moore a little bit more. Going DJ Moore.
Yeah, this is very close. I think I like Jameson just a little bit more. I feel like a little more upside here because I like more. I think Odunze I like a little bit more as far as, he's getting more target share, deeper targets. I think Moore is a solid floor. Jameson could do exactly what he did last week. So this is close. You can go either way, but I like Jameson. Grant needs a receiver and a flex. Odunze, Hopkins, Wandale, Pittman, Ridley, Ertz. Okay, so you already have Kelsey. I don't think we're going to flex Ertz. But in the other league, Ertz or Andrews?
I'm going Ertz over Andrews. Not going Ertz over Kelsey. And I'm going to go Hopkins and Odunze, I think, is my wife. I might be too high on the Bears passing game this week. At least the receivers. Not high on Caleb, but on the receivers. Hopkins and Odunze.
Yeah, I already said I like Odunze. You guys watched the Booms video. You should know. Tempted to go Ridley over Hopkins. Hopkins, again, is the one you just never know. You don't know. But I'll go Hopkins over because it's the Panthers. Take a chance, right? Because Ridley is not a slam dunk anyways. Phil, the real deal, with another one. Starters got Barkley, Hunt, AJB, Evans, Kittle, Monty. On the benches, Ramondre, Tank, D. Sam? No. Or Sam D, probably. Okay, Sutton, Disley, and JSN. Any changes?
No. I mean, I was seeing if there was a way I was going to put JSN in, but no. Because I don't think I'm benching Monty for anybody there, so. Or Hunt. Think you're good. Think you're good as is.
Yeah, the only question is flex. I do like Sutton a little better now, knowing the Raiders are banged up in the secondary. But yeah, Monty's such a good spot here, right? Against that Colts soft front and Hunt against the Panthers. Let's keep it the way it is. TS, 10-teamer, 9-2 record. All right. Lamar, Saquon, AJB, Nico, Monty. Needs a flex in the tight end between Reed, Worthy, Dobbins, Pollard, Watson, and then either Laporta or Disley.
I'm going Reed and Disley at tight end.
There you go. Reed is definitely my flex. Yeah, Disley. Got to be Disley. Jordan Dumas. Whoa. Who should I go with? Is that Wandale? I'm guessing Wandale, not Waddle. Adam Thielen. Or Dobbs.
I might just go Wandale here and take my floor and move on to next week.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's Wandale, again, he gets the Bucks. He'll get those short targets. He'll do exactly what he's been doing. Daniel Jones, Tommy DeVito, whatever, same thing. Yep. Get those short 2-yard passes and rack up some points. He'll get you something. Okay. Richard Carter, we can easily answer this. Jameson Williams or Waddle? It's not Waddle.
Jameson.
Yeah. Royland. Where you been at, Royland? It's been a while. What's up? One receiver, one flex. DJ Moore, Jennings, Bucky. Who sits? Is it Jennings?
Yep. I think I'm sitting Jennings here, unfortunately.
Yep. Agree. Even in PPR, like Bucky's upside. DV, D Hop, Harrison, Sutton, bench one. Well, based on our last answer, I think it has to be Sutton.
Yep. Benching Sutton. And Richardson over Darnold.
Yeah, Richardson at QB. There you go. Next, still, by the way, guys, catching up to the super chats. If you did super chat in the last half hour, we have not skipped you or ignored you. We are just catching up. We're trying to do these in order, try to get everybody their due time. Kane with a K, half PPR, needs a receiver and a flex. Downs, Jennings, Ramondre.
I think it's going to be Downs and Ramondre. It's not a terrible spot for Ramondre this week, and man, he gets so many touches. 20 carries, 4 catches last week. Like, damn, Downs and Ramondre. Sad we got to bench Jennings this week.
Yep, it's not Jennings. Juan Carlos Arredondo Melendez from Tijuana. Welcome back. JT or Dobbins?
JT.
Yeah. Gonna go JT here. Again, I know there's some concern. I mean, I don't think it's totally warranted, but let's go JT. Next, we got Jan Patrick Patagok. All right, Jan, let's. Oh, here it goes. Is Jennings still playable? Maybe. Jonathan Brooks or Westbrook Akina instead?
Nah, I think he's still playable over those guys.
Yeah, this is the question we've had all day, all weekend. Is he playable? Only, I mean, it depends. In this case, yes. No way. I know there's a lot of teams on bye. Really deciding between Juju or Sean Tucker.
I thought it was funny during the week. I think it was Liam Cohen said something like, yeah, during the bye week, we have to think about, I think something to the effect of like, we have to think about ways to get Sean Tucker a few touches. Like, a few touches? Like, not we have to think about ways to get Sean Tucker. Like, we got to think about ways to give him a few touches. I'll just go Juju here.
Just force him the ball. Hey, make him the long snapper, then he'll touch it. Yeah. JR Most Wanted. Neighbors, JSN, Myers, start 2.
Neighbors and JSN for me pretty easily here, and I'm going Chuba over Estime.
Yeah, Chuba over Estime like 1,000%. Okay. Next is Maya Fuji. Can I start 2 of Cup, McLaurin, or Downs to avoid dropping anyone while keeping Evans on IR this week?
I mean,
that's interesting.
I mean, you can start Cup and McLaurin if you don't want to start Evans and keep Evans on IR. Sure, I think you could. Yeah,
you're only allowed to roster 4 receivers. That's weird. That's a very interesting question. I mean, look, Cup is a must start. McLaurin, I mean, yeah, I'd feel almost as good with McLaurin as Evans, so I think you could do that. That's actually fine.
Yep.
But then the question is, well, what do you do after this week? You're going to have to activate Evans on IR. Aren't you going to have to drop somebody anyways?
Yeah, maybe they're hoping somebody will get hurt. And then the decision is made, like, oh, he's hurt. I drop him. I don't know. Or I swap him. I put him in IR.
You know what? Sure, do this. Just go Cup and McLaurin.
Mm-hmm.
Texas Pete, welcome back. Chuba Pollard, Juwan, Myers, Thielen, Rico, Pearsall, CD, Josh, Jay, Evans are my starters. Okay. I don't know how many we need here.
I think we need 1 and a flex. Or maybe we just need 1 to flex. I don't know. I will rank them Chuba. I think I'll go Chuba, Pollard 1-2 with Juwan 3rd. So I don't know how many you need here, Texas Pete.
Oh, okay. So I think I see because there's a period. CD, Josh, Evans are my starters. That's what he's saying. So okay. So working backwards, look, you don't want to start Thielen. You don't want to start Pearsall. You probably don't want to start Rico. Myers is iffy. So Chuba, Pollard, Jawan. If see what you're thinking, we need 2.
Yeah, I'm thinking we probably need a start and a flex, or we just need a flex. I think I'm ranking them Chuba, Pollard, Jawan.
Yeah, I think pretty much the way you have them ordered here, Pete, is pretty much the order, except for maybe swap Rico and Thielen. All right, here we go. Mark Hoffman, Flex 2, D Hop, Jennings, Ridley, Pollard, Sutton.
I'm gonna go D Hop. Yeah. Do I go Sutton over Ridley? I might. I think I'm gonna go D Hop and Sutton.
Yeah, Sutton. Okay, so we already had this similar kind of set of players here. D Hop is first. Ridley, Sutton is where it gets close. I still think I'm going to be higher than you on Ridley just a little bit. I know I probably should be higher than I am on the Broncos. It's a trust issue. It's a trust issue, and I can't let it go. But I'm going to go D-Hop and Ridley. But Sutton is just totally solid, too. Ryan Carroll. With Purdy out, do you like between Richardson or Tua? Well,
I like Richardson a little more for that rushing upside.
Yeah. And then pick 3 between Puka, Kupp, Sungod, or Evans. We got to sit one.
I'll probably just sit Evans here because there is some risk, like what we saw with Nico last week, that maybe he doesn't play full snaps. Although I still really like Evans, I still think he's going to be great. But when you have Puka, Kupp, and Sungod, I'll probably just bench Evans.
Yeah, I think you're starting Sungod, like no questions asked. The question here is, you eliminate the risk of Evans not being 1,000%, or maybe fatigue or whatever, or do you sit Puka because you're worried about Quinion Mitchell? But I'll probably do what you said and just eliminate the risk of Evans. Blake, half flex, McConkey, Hopkins, Reed, or Jameson?
Well, if it's me, I'm going McConkey. I'm risking it. But if you're like, hey, I don't want to risk it, what if he doesn't play? I think you can just go. I think I go. Jameson over Reed. But I really just want to play McConkey, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, McConkey is the top choice here. I would say, since you have really good other options, maybe you don't need to risk it. Again, I'm in on Reed this week. I also like Jameson this week. Hopkins is the one I would say probably not to start, because who knows with Hopkins. Man, this is so tough. I think if it's my team and I had these options staring at me, it's like, okay, why do I need to take any chance with McConkey? So I'm throwing Jaden Reed in there, and that's what I'm doing. But these are all good choices. Humberto Juarez needs a flex. Aaron Jones or Calvin Ridley? It's PPR.
I think I'm going Aaron Jones here. It's gotta happen one of these days. Bears not a great run defense. I'm gonna go Aaron Jones.
Disagreement again. I'm gonna go Ridley. I like Ridley enough. I think Aaron Jones is fine, but I'm gonna shoot for that upside. It's PPR. Thomas Eddard, Baker, Stafford.
Baker.
Yeah, Baker it is. Oh, the bots are out. They're messing up my stream. Okay, this is a good time, by the way. We're about halfway through. Let's take a little in-show, what do they call it? In-show ad break. Basically, I'm trying to tell you that if you haven't tried Underdog, you should try Underdog. Because you can get your NFL picks in right now before the game. And if you haven't tried Underdog yet, then you get the free pick of Justin Herbert just getting 1 yard. New customers will get this pick. It's a freebie. You take it, combine it with any other pick. And if you watch the start and sit videos, we tell you some of our favorite picks. These change throughout the week, so go back and check and see what is good. And based on what you know and what we know, I have a good insight as to how these players are going to perform. There's so many different choices. So after we're done here, check it out. They also have in-game picks. You can do them as the games are going. A lot of fun. Good chance to win, especially if you get the free pick. So sign up for Underdog. Just make sure if you do sign up for the very first time, when you go to checkout, use code NGAME, because that promo code, it gets you the free pick plus up to $1,000 of bonus cash for your first deposit. So again, try Underdog. It's a lot of fun, good chance to win money, and you get the free stuff. All right, before we get to the rest of the super chats, why not an impromptu lightning round? Let's do some of these questions. Let's do Jermiro Ward, Ladder Evans. I think you're still muted.
Sorry, still muted. Evans
it is. Yeah, Evans questionable, but he's playing. Like he's definitely
officially active now. Officially active. They just released.
Nazar H. Abdullah or Singletary?
Abdullah.
Yeah, Singletary's just gonna touch the ball 5 times. Go Abdullah. Yeah. William Broom, Goff or Mayfield?
Goff
it is. Hayden Wallace, DJ Moore, or Juwan Jennings?
DJ Moore.
Emiliano Gonzalez, Murray or Mayfield?
Murray.
Definitely Murray. Jason. Oh, Neighbors or Pollard?
Neighbors. He's officially active, by the way.
Yeah. Playing. And he had said he's going to play. It's still a question of how effective will he be. So in that case, Cyrex, Neighbors or Bucky, full PPR?
Neighbors. Going Neighbors still.
Yeah. We could take a chance on Neighbors here. All right, then let's get to the next super chat. I think we already did that one. Vincent Glennon. DJ Moore, Jameson Williams in half PPR.
Jameson Williams. Very close here, though. But I just think he has a higher ceiling than DJ Moore.
Agree with that. Go for the higher ceiling. Brandon Carpenter needs a receiver and a flex between Addison, Pop, Pittman, Disley.
I'm going to go Pittman and... Pittman and Pop. But I don't love it.
No. You definitely can't love it. Pittman... Yeah, this Pop's getting some touches, right? He's getting targeted. Yeah, that's fine. Alex, Darnold or Richardson?
Richardson. Just not feeling a good Darnold week.
Yeah, let's go Richardson here. Definitely more upside. Brandon Bryce. Now we're going from goats to wizards. Kyler over JD? I think so.
Yeah, for sure. I can never say anything's for sure in this crazy game we play, but I feel better about Kyler than JD.
Yeah, and not scared of the weather. Mark M. Kyler McBride with the weather, or Baker Otten?
Well, we can't. I mean, not that I would, but we can't do like Kyler Otten or Baker McBride. We have to stack. It's a must. But that being said, I'm still taking Kyler McBride.
It's Kyler McBride. Not worried about the weather. Hayden Wallace, we just did this, but it was a super chat. Just want to thank you, Hayden. Jennings or Moore?
Yeah,
Going Moore.
DJ Moore. Yep.
Kayla Wilson, DK or Tracy in half?
I'm going DK here. I like Tracy. I mean, I guess Tracy if you want to play it a little safer for the floor, but even then, DK has a floor. It's not like DK has no floor. I'm going DK.
Yeah, half makes it a little bit closer. I do like Tracy this week, but I'm going to go DK. Leo, good morning. Okay, traded away Tracy. Now do not have a backup RB. Okay. Grab Benson, Lob, Sharp, Wright, Wilson, Estimate on waivers, 14 PPR. Which of those do you like the best?
Well, as we sit here right now, I would say Benson because he's actually getting involved. Maybe Estimate in case he takes over. But here's the thing. It's week 12. What happens if Kenneth Walker gets hurt? Devon Achane gets hurt. I'm suddenly going to say Charbonnet or Jalen Wright way ahead of those guys. So let's just wait. I mean, I get if you want to stash one. I probably stash Benson because at least he's getting touches. He's in that Cardinals offense, but this could definitely change between now and week 14.
Yeah, Benson is the first choice here. I guess Sharps might be my next choice. Lob, it doesn't sound like he's going to play much this week. And even so, there's no guarantee he's going to actually be good. And even so, the Raiders are not good. So just grab a handcuff. Sandy McMurray, 8-man league. Should I flex Collins, Pollard, or Irving this week?
One of these are not like the others. Nico.
Yeah, I think Collins it's a decent start. Big man fishing. What is up? The injury fantasy fairy has dropped by. Yep. Needs a flex. It's an 8-man league. You got options. Jennings, B-Rob, Irving, JMO, or Worthy.
I'm going to go Brian Robinson here for two reasons. Number one, I really like Brian Robinson this week. I think he got a big game. But number two, I haven't said yes to Brian Robinson a lot this week. I need to say yes to him in some points here. So, Brian Robinson.
Yeah, why not? It's not Jennings anymore. Oh, man. You have still very good options. JMO has a high ceiling. I like Irving as well, but I think I like B-Rob a little bit more than Irving. So let's go B-Rob. Nelson Bosch. Downs or Dobbins at the flex? Already got Reed, Evans, Kyron, and Mondre.
I got to go Downs. Unless it's complete, even if it's non-PPR, I still might go Downs. But Downs in any kind of PPR for sure.
Yeah, Downs at the flex. Agree. Chiludo, 88. Westbrook, Akine, Eckler, Hunter Henry.
I'll just go Eckler here, I think. Well, yeah, I'll probably just go Eckler. He gets involved, catches some passes, gets the Cowboys. I'll go Eckler.
Yeah, Westbrook, Akine is touchdown or bust. You want to shoot for that and shoot for the upside, you can go Westbrook, Akine. Eckler's your safer pick. A. Clark design, Baker or Herbert?
Herbert.
It's definitely Herbert. Cali Loco, above. All right, let's look above. Desperate for a receiver. Half PPR, Wandale, Alec Pierce, not heard that name yet. Rashad Bateman, Demario Douglas, Romeo Dobbs. Wow, Noah, Donnie, Westbrook, Boutte. Who do you like?
And it's half PPR, which does hurt Wandale a little bit.
I think it's Wandale for sort of a floor. Maybe Dobbs and just hope for a touchdown.
Yeah, I'd probably still just go Wandale here. It's the Bucks.
It is the Bucks.
Let's just go Wandale.
All right. Wow. Okay. I feel we need to help Brian here. This is desperation. Brian Harvey. Devontae Turpin, Darius Slayton, Mark Andrews, or Will Dissly at the flex.
I'll just go Disley. I mean, Turpin and Slayton, sure, they could hit that home run, but they could also strike out, especially Slayton with Tommy DeVito. I'll just go Disley here.
Yeah. In this case, you can actually flex a tight end. Worldwide Gaming, Ridley over Jennings.
Yeah, I guess Ridley over Jennings now.
Yep. I think you need to do it. Oh, okay. Mikey Murphy is choosing between Trey Benson or Justice Hill.
Trey Benson.
Yeah, go Trey Benson. You'd actually get touches. Okay, Dylan Taylor. Like, I feel like I want to help because he's saying if I lose, I have punishment. I don't even know what that entails. But then now I'm also like, I don't know if I want to be responsible for your punishment if we pick the wrong player.
Exactly.
All right, Dylan. We'll give you your
man.
advice, but this is on you. Debo, Ridley, or QJ?
Oh, jeez. And then it's not even that if he loses, he has a punishment, and then this is the question. Like, why couldn't it be like Sandy's question? Or it was like Nico, Ridley, QJ. It's like, oh, oh man. Oh, I think I go QJ against the Ravens.
Funny, I'm leaning Ridley. It's not Debo. Debo too risky because you don't want to lose. All right. Well, Dylan, I'll say is don't know what the punishment is. They probably don't want to know, but good luck. It's going to be one of those two. AJ Fisk, 10-team full PPR, needs a flex. Jennings, DJ Moore, QJ Eckler, or Swift.
I think here I go DJ Moore. I do like QJ, but I just feel a little safer about DJ Moore. I'm going to go DJ Moore.
Yeah, I like DJ Moore enough this week. All right, we did that one. Dill. Half PPR, second flex, Pearsall, Rashawn Johnson, Cam Akers, Trey Benson, or Westbrook Akine. Wow. Already rolling with Amir Abdullah as the RB2.
Wow. I don't know. I might just roll with Benson. I mean, if I guess I could drop Pearsall or something from Westbrook Akine, but it's yeah. I mean, I guess I could drop Pearsall and pick up Westbrook Akine and roll with him. At least he has some touchdown upside.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Westbrook Akine. Just hope for another touchdown. Dexter Dotson. This is non-PPR. Got Baker, Kyron Hunt, Tyreek Evans, McBride. Okay, if it's a kicker question, Justin Tucker.
You can't. No. Okay, if I ever get around to making the dust chart, Boomer, which I probably will do maybe in the offseason, I mean, Justin Tucker is dust. He's dust. He's dust. He's dust. He can't make a kick. He can't even make extra points anymore. You got to go Siebert.
Which is kind of crazy because usually with kickers, they like get better with age, or at least they stay consistent. Never have we seen the cliff come for a kicker who is not only just a kicker, but arguably the best kicker of all time until this season. But yeah, it's crazy. He's missed already, 6 field goals? I can see. Anyways, enough kicker talk. Let's go Siebert. Zay Flowers or Bucky Irving?
Oh, I gotta. Is it PPR? Does it say it's non-PPR? Bucky Irving.
Non-PPR.
And non-PPR Bucky Irving.
Yeah, actually, I'm glad it's non-PPR because I was going to say Bucky Irving anyways. Bucky it is, and DST Denver is totally great. Yes.
Yeah, totally great. Give me 1 second.
Cody is finally here. Cody, if Mike Evans for some reason ends up being out, well, he is expected to play. So no. I mean, look, DK Metcalf and Jameson are both very good players, but if Evans is on your team, you're playing Evans. Yeah, he'll be fine. Let's go Evans. Okay, Mikey Murphy with another one here. Baker Mayfield or Anthony Richardson, 4-7. Okay, at least you're still in it. Yes, don't give up until you're officially eliminated. So, look, Baker's fine. Don't feel this is going to be a very high scoring game. I do like the running backs in those games. Of course, you got to like Evans, but I'm going to go with the upside of Richardson here. I still feel like Richardson has a chance to not only always run for a touchdown, run for yardage, but maybe try to play, as someone said earlier, Captain Comeback in garbage time, come from behind mode, whatever you want to call it. In the second half, they're going to have to pass it probably a lot more than they want to. So I'm going to go for Richardson here. Like Mayfield is fine this week, but like AR better. You need a win. Clear Magic, Knicks or Mayfield. Same thing. I think Mayfield is fine, but let's go with the upside of Knicks, especially with the Raiders a little banged up on defense here. SoFly. Bucky or Rashad? I mean, on Bucky, especially it's half PPR. I think it's almost definitely Bucky here. He just looked really good as a runner. And don't feel like they're going to need to be in come from behind mode and pass the ball as much. Sure, you agree. As far as the Tampa Bay backfield, Irving or Rashad White, going Irving.
Yeah, I probably got to give Irving the edge this week.
And then Pittman or Worthy.
Pittman. I like Pittman. I really regret one of my leagues wanted to start Pittman over Tillman. Didn't. Filled with regret.
It's not a good way to start the weekend.
No.
All right. Well, how about this, Chris? Pittman or Watson?
I'm going Pittman. I like Pittman this week.
There you go. And then I think this will be easier. Chris again. Kraft or Schoonmaker?
Schoonmaker.
You'll never guess who's here. Young Money is back.
What's up?
How you been? Yeah, everything going well. How you been doing? Brutal bye week. Yeah, super flex have Burrow, Carr, Cousins all out. So we're super flexing either Alec Pierce or Josh Palmer.
I mean, if Ladd was out, I would say Josh Palmer, but I don't think Ladd's going to be out. I'll just gamble on Alec Pierce hitting a home run.
That's it. Which of these receivers, like where will lightning strike? Which of these guys will randomly catch a long bomb or touchdown? That's fine. I'll say Pierce just to agree. Good luck, Young Money. Bernard Lemire's Great Beginnings. Sounds like a very interesting novel. Superflex, Levis, B-Rob, or Josh Downs.
I mean, I like B-Rob this week, but I feel good enough about Levis in Superflex that I'm probably just going to go with Levis.
Yeah, there are still a couple of quarterbacks that you don't have to start in a Superflex league. I think Levis just barely makes the threshold here, right?
Yeah.
Start him. Jim D's down 22. Okay. Should I start Odunze or Laporta?
Down 22. I mean, that probably is like 2 or 3 players combined because
right,
almost everybody was terrible on Thursday night. Even like Judy, like the only one who was actually good was Chubb somehow because of course, like because the guy who can only run for 2 yards a carry, of course, is going to have the best game.
Yeah, because he ran for a 2-yard touchdown.
Exactly, because he got 2 of them. I'm going Odunze here.
Kicker question. Drop movie for Schrader, Myers, or Sweet McManus.
I love you got to go with that one. I don't know. You just go with KC's kicker, I guess. Can't feel good about 49ers kicker this week.
Seattle kicker going in that rain. Just on principle, I think we have to ignore the last one. Let's go with the KC kicker. Jim D. Also, would you start Mahomes, Kyler, or Tua for the most upside? Wow. Oh, wait. 6 per touchdown, 1 point per completion, and 1 point for every 20 yards. Does that change it?
Oh, man, that's 1 point per completion. But I don't even know. Like this isn't like Mahomes of old where he would get like 35 completions.
Right. And are they really going to have to pass the ball 40 plus times against the Panthers?
I think I still go Kyler. It's not like Kyler only runs.
Right.
Like Kyler still throws plenty. I still go Kyler here.
Yeah, I still think this is Kyler. Agree with that. Okay, and then Humberto wants to know between AR or Knicks.
I will say, I mean, I do like Knicks this week. Am I too high on AR? I think I'm gonna go Anthony Richardson here, but I like Knicks.
Yeah, I am always. That happens, right? You're worried. You say yes to the kind of risky French player, and you're like, eh. I'm gonna go Anthony Richardson as well. Big Dog Pound needs 1 flex. Tank Dell, Jennings, Watson, Odunze, Amir Abdullah. The one.
I think I'm gonna go Odunze here. I may be too high on the Bears wide receivers. We shall see.
Yeah, it would have been Jennings, but now I think it's Odunze. Jedi Koff. 1 receiver, 1 flex. DJ Moore, Debo, Bucky. Half.
Maybe too low on the 49ers wide receivers, but I'm going DJ Moore and Bucky.
Yep. There's definite risk. Debo has like a 3-4 point game. Not saying it's going to happen, but it's possible. All right, so Moore and Bucky, and then Goddard or Hawkinson. That one's close.
That one is close, but I think I'm still going Hawk.
Yeah, go Hawkinson. Tristram is back in the house.
What's up?
Rico Dowdle or Demario Douglas?
I'll just go Demario Douglas.
Yeah. It doesn't say, assuming it's PPR. If it's PPR, it's good Douglas. Okay. According to Joey Silva, it's time for the real question.
All right.
Neighbors or Chuba?
I'm going Neighbors here. Neighbors here. Pretty
easily. Go Neighbors. Chuba's been so good, but it is not a great spot for him.
Right.
Alex Snodgrass Real Estate, welcome back. Baker or JD, 6-point passing touchdowns?
I might go Baker here in 6-point passing touchdown league because I don't know how many touchdowns Daniels is going to throw for, and that kind of nullifies whatever rushing you're going to get from him. So I'll go Baker in 6-point.
Yeah, and that's the thing. JD, it's a great matchup, right? Dallas defense, but their defense is really, really poor at stopping the run. And that's what I worry about with JD. The upside may be limited because they're scoring so much on the ground. Maybe he just doesn't throw any touchdowns. Let's go Baker. John Wickering. Any changes here? Hurts, Stevenson, JT Lamb, McConkey, Otten, Neighbors, Washington, I think Boswell. Abdullah, Disley, D-Hop, and Jennings are on the bench. Not
all right. Yeah, Stevenson, JT, Lamb, McConkey. Nah, you're good. You're good.
Nope, no changes. Joe Mack. Oh, no. Joe Mack. PPR, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, 2 flex, a tight end, HN, Gibbs, CMC, Nico, Tyreek, Jennings, Dobbs, Worthy, Hawkinson, Otten.
All right, you got to go Achan. Oh man, Achan CMC at running back. Oh, Gibbs.
Well, we can flex. We had 2 flexes at least.
Yeah, we're gonna flex Gibbs for sure. Nico, Tyreek, Auden at tight end, and I think in this case I will flex Jennings if you need 2 flexes. So Achan CMC, Nico, Tyreek, Gibbs, Jennings at flex with Auden at tight end.
There you go. Yep. Nice and neat. Harv Danger. Good morning. Half PPR Zay or QJ? Already has 2 Chargers.
Yeah, no, let's just go Zay Flowers here. They're both risky. They both have upside, but Zay Flowers has way more upside than QJ.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about Zay this week. I think we'll see the bad Zay, but yeah, this is getting a little too deep. Let's go Zay Flowers, and then you don't have to be completely 1,000% in on the Chargers offense. Chris, I think we already did a couple of these before, but let's go again. Jennings or Zay? To Zay?
Zay. Yeah, let's go Zay Flowers.
Kraft or Schoonmaker? We said Schoonmaker.
Schoonmaker.
Watson or Douglas?
This is the ultimate floor versus ceiling debate. I'll go Watson for the ceiling, but if you just want a floor, it's Douglas.
Yeah. Yeah, who wants a floor? Let's go Watson. Right. John M. Needs a receiver and a flex out of these guys. JMO, Terry, Hunt. It's full PPR.
I'm going, oh man, this is actually tough. I think you have to start Terry. Then it's between Hunt and Jameson. I think I got to go Hunt, though, against the Panthers. I think he just has such a high floor this week with a ceiling. I'm going to go Terry and Hunt.
Yeah, always tempted by JMO, especially in a good matchup, but Hunt should be totally good. Let's go Terry Hunt. Brandon Sky, Tua, Stafford, AR, or Darnold needs the dub. Gonna go AR again.
Yep. Man, it's risky, but yeah. I mean, Tua is your Brandon. If you Tua, I think is your safer option. I think he still has a ceiling. So if you don't want to risk it with AR, if this is like a must win for you, maybe just go Tua. Because AR has legitimate bust potential, like legitimate loses your week potential.
Well, yeah, I mean the highest ceiling is AR. The safest, highest floor would be Tua. So I guess it depends how you need your win. Fins Miami. All right, speaking of Tua, Sutton or Rashad White. Does not say the format.
Yeah, I think I'd probably just go Sutton here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sutton.
Jennings or Downs?
Downs over Jennings.
Yep. All right, we got Fins Miami again. Okay, this is the same question. Sutton is a receiver, that's for flex. Oh, okay. It's the same thing, right? So flexing Sutton or White, it's Sutton, and then Jennings or Downs, it's Downs.
Yeah.
Okay. B9264, JT Downs or JSN?
I still got to go JT here. One more week at JT.
Yeah, I'm gonna start JT. If I have JT, I'm still starting him. Not that worried. Blasted. Pick one. QJ, Pollard, Bucky, Myers. Full PPR.
Oh man. I think at full PPR, I'm going QJ.
Mm-hmm. I'm really tempted to say Bucky. I like Bucky this week. QJ has a ceiling, but there's some risk here because without a touchdown, he's going to give you that's really how he's getting most of his value, right? It's those big plays, those touchdowns, which is very possible against the Ravens, but definitely not guaranteed. So I don't know. If it's my team, I'm going Bucky because I feel good enough about him. But QJ is also a high upside risk. Don't know if there's a lot of upside here, but let's help playmaker paradise. Theo Johnson or Noah Fant?
Is Noah Fant? He's like a game time decision. Is he even playing?
I don't know, but he's a
might
guy.
not play.
I wouldn't play him.
Yeah, I'll just go. I mean, like this, the answer could be neither. Yeah, Noah Fant is a game time decision, and they elevated a practice squad tight end. I'll just go Theo Johnson and take my 0.
There you go. There you go. Theo Johnson. It is B with another one, 92.64. Watson, Hopkins, or more for the flex.
Is that DJ Moore? Oh man, it's close between him and Hop. I keep saying it. Hopkins is just so tough to figure out this week. I don't know. I like DJ Moore this week. I think I'm going to go DJ Moore.
Yeah, I'll go DJ Moore as well. I mean, I might regret this. Maybe Hopkins has a big game, right? Big output. You don't know. I mean, there's no way to know. I'll just take DJ Moore's output. Cody Mason, Kelsey is the tight end 1. Do I flex Bowers, Downs, or Ridley?
I'll flex Downs. And Bowers should be your tight end 1, in my opinion. Not Kelsey.
Yeah. Either way, it's like, do I flex a tight end or one of those guys? You know what? I'm actually going to flex the tight end here. It's Bowers or Kelsey. So, again, not sure how you wound up with both these guys. Maybe you can trade one, but yeah, I would flex the tight end. We got Ben Sai, John or Laporta in half.
I'm going Laporta.
Hopkins or Bucky in half.
In half, I might go Bucky.
Yeah.
Might go Bucky over Hop. Man, Hop. Yeah, again, just Hop's so tough this week to figure out.
Right. I would just take Bucky. Let's see. Zell goes hard. All right. Flex 2. Hawkinson, Eckler, Hopkins, Watson, Keenan.
I'm going to go D-Hop here. I feel good enough about D-Hop. And then I think I'll just go Keenan. D-Hop and Keenan. Although Watson always has the chance for a big game, but I don't know, like how big of an offensive performance are the Packers going to need against 49ers this week?
True. Yeah, with this group, I feel best about Hopkins now. It's again, take the floor of Keenan Allen, whatever it is, or shoot for the upside of Watson. You know me. I would shoot for the upside of Watson. So it's up to you, Zell. Depends how hard you want to go. Sir Boomer has a question. Monty or Bucky?
Monty. I think Monty's in such a good spot this week. I think you got to start Monty.
Yeah, because look, as much as I do like Bucky and love his upside, Monty's just like almost a sure thing, right? Chances of scoring a touchdown are very high, and it's a great spot. So still got to keep Monty in there. Okay, what about Rodney Alvarez, Bucky or Ridley? Does not save its PPR.
Yeah, if it's full PPR, I'll give the edge to Ridley, but in half or none, I'll go Bucky.
Right, that's same thing. Kevin Maldonado, Jennings, Waddle, Addison.
No, I'll just go Jennings here. I'll just stick with Jennings. Don't like Waddle or Addison this week.
Yeah, I cannot bring myself to start Waddle anymore. Officially out. Addison is like whatever. Okay, Chief Perp, what's up? Flex 2, Dobbins, Flowers, Stevenson, Del Reed.
Full PPR, I'm going to go Flowers and Reed and just go all in on the upside. If you want to play it a little safer, you can bench one of Flowers and Reed for Stevenson, but I'm going Flowers and Reed and hoping at least one of those guys absolutely goes nuclear, if not both.
There you go. That's what I would do. Go for the upside here, Reed and Flowers. B again, lastly, Baker or Love?
Love. No Nick Bosa at home. Going Love.
Yep. Do I love Love or I like Love this week? I think I strongly like Love. So go with him. And then we have Wes B. A lot of B's in here. Chances on Ladd playing Monday night.
I think it's very high. I think the chances of him playing are very high.
I mean, I feel like it's better than 50-50. You know, with questionable, that's how you kind of look at it. You're like, maybe, maybe not. Usually it is kind of up in the air situation. But with his situation, I do think it's, again, like maybe 70-30. Actually, I feel probably even better than that when I think about it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so that's what we've been saying to a lot of people. Wait on Ladd, wait on Ladd. I don't think you'll get screwed here at the last second. So hopefully if Ladd doesn't go or something happens that you can just pick up and stream a Josh Palmer type. Maybe you're in a more shallow league. You can pick up Quentin Johnson. That's really good, pivot. So probably he'll play. Basic money. Good morning. Should I flex Otten or Jennings?
I'm still gonna go Jennings here.
Yeah, I think I'm fine with Jennings. Otten does take a little bit of a hit with Evans, coming back. Otten is still a very solid start at tight end, but he is still a tight end. All right. And Sir Boomer, always with the wise words. Agree. By the way, sometimes you forget. I know it happens watching and you're so enthralled watching, listening, and you're like, I didn't even hit the like button. So hit the like button. It helps us. We're trying to help you. Hopefully we are doing that. And of course, subscribe and notifications. Also should remind you if you have questions still, because sometimes you're waiting on Monday night, you're waiting on the Sunday night, whatever the game is. And you still have questions, but we're not live until Monday night, which, by the way, we do go live Monday night before the game, but maybe you can't watch, maybe you don't want to wait, whatever. The point is we have an app, it's called Draft Lane, and you can ask questions anytime. Just download the app, it's free. Go to the App Store, Google Play Store, download Draft Lane. You can ask all your questions to us, just like you do on here. You can ask them on the app, and one of us will respond to you with personalized feedback. So you can sync your Yahoo and Sleeper League with Draft Lane, and gives us a chance to check out your rosters, your waiver wire if you have a waiver question, or even if you have a trade question and use the advanced trade feature, we can look at your league mates rosters and really give you some in-depth customized advice there. So it's pretty cool, and there's just even more that's going to be added throughout next season. So it's just the start. I'm very excited about what is yet to come for Draft Lane, but right now, check it out. Download it for free. And let's get back to the super chats with C. Hicks. So we do have 45 minutes left until kickoff. So we're going to answer as many questions as possible. If you did super chat, we're definitely going to answer it. So hang tight. And if you didn't, we'll try to do some of those as well. But again, super chat guarantees you that we'll put your comment up on the stream. C. Hicks, 2 receivers in a flex. Jennings, D-Hop, Quentin Johnson, Debo. So who sits, basically? Is it Jennings?
Yeah, I think Jennings sits. I think if I have to give the edge of the 49ers, I'm giving Debo the slight edge for the fact he'll probably get some carries out of the backfield, those quick screens, stuff like that.
Yep. Alec Pierce, no. I wouldn't put Alec Pierce over any of these guys. KJ Herring needs a receiver, tight end, and a flex between Downs, Moore, Ridley, Disley, Ertz, Laporta, and Estime. You have three tight ends for some reason. Okay.
Is that I'm going to go DJ Moore at wide receiver, Disley at tight end, And I think I'll go Downs at flex.
Yeah, Disley is the tight end for me. I'm definitely not going to flex Estime or one of those tight ends. So between Downsmore, Ridley, I think I got more. Yeah, I'll go Downs. It's really close. It's tough between those two. Let's go Downs and more. Anthony G, Dobbs, or Watson, which Packer might make a big player get a touchdown?
Watson. If I have to choose, I'm going Watson.
Yeah, this is the aggravating choice because last week was Watson, which means this week it might be Dobbs, but who knows? Dobbs seems to be kind of faded again with target share. Who knows why? So let's go Watson. Skyward. Is Etienne droppable?
Yes. Well, it depends for who. I think yes, but I'm not going to drop Etienne for, like Amir Abdullah or something.
Yeah, generally speaking, droppable if you need to. Don't drop just for the sake of dropping. I did say last week that Tank Bigsby was droppable. Etienne is close on the fence. So generally speaking, if you need to drop somebody, you can drop him. JV, what's up? Pick 3, Evans, Marv, Jason, Tyreek Hill.
Oh, I think I'm benching JSN here, although I do like JSN this week, but I'm benching him. I can't bench those other guys.
Yeah, exactly. No, the thing is, all 3 of those other guys are clearly the number 1 receiver in their offense. And Jason, look, maybe he's the 1A, 1B with DK, whatever, but target share definitely goes to the other 3. Yeah. All right, Phil, still the real deal. Drop Brian Thomas? No, not dropping Brian Thomas. I mean,
no, because again, we could get Trevor Lawrence back next week. Don't drop Brian Thomas.
I mean, which I don't think is the case. I don't remember your last couple of questions. If you need somebody for this week, but if so, I think you would have asked earlier than just now. I like Odunze. If you can drop somebody else to pick up Odunze, you can play him. But don't drop Brian Thomas. You don't have to. Steven Reyna, Drake May, or Jordan Love?
Going Jordan Love.
Yes, definitely Jordan Love. Robert Berkey, Dell, or Dobbs?
I'll just go Dell here. It's not like Dobbs has been significantly better than Dell. Give me Dell.
Yeah, Dobbs, who knows what you're getting. Christian Diaz with Purdy out, Debo or Ridley?
I'll go Ridley here now. Ridley over Debo now. Sad.
Yep. Also, Disley or Jennings as a flex. Oh, this is non-PPR, by the way. That's good to know.
I don't think I can do Disley over Jennings personally. I'm going Jennings.
Yeah, actually, the fact that it's non-PPR makes it even more so Ridley over Debo for me. Yeah, let's go Jennings over Disley. All right, we have Tara Kammerling. Welcome, Tara. Commit or Schoonmaker?
Oh, definitely Schoonmaker. When's the last time Komet did anything? Not even. I don't even think we talked about him on the tight end video. Maybe we did.
We probably spent about 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Because last week, even with the new OC and Caleb Williams looking not as horrible, Komet didn't really benefit. Not a great match. Schoonmaker is getting those targets. It's getting those targets, and that's what you want. So Schoonmaker here. Then we are going to go to Ethan Struby. 2 receivers, 2 flex, and a tight end. Okay, so Hawk or Ertz?
Oh, man. I think with Oliver out, I'm going to go Hawk.
This one is close. It is close. Let's go Hawkinson for upside. Evans, Myers, JMO, JT, Pearsall, 2 receivers, 2 flex. Okay, so we're gonna sit. Well, I guess Pearsall.
So we have to pick our 2 flexes out of these guys. So we need 2 receivers and 2 flexes out of this. Yeah, I'm sitting Pearsall. Pearsall sits.
I mean, I'm not gonna flex Ertz over like Myers or anything. I don't think so.
No.
Okay, so Evans, Myers, JMO, JT, and then this looks like a different one. 10-teamer needs 2 receivers, 2 running backs, 2 flex, and a tight end. Evans, Jennings, Odunze, Watson, CMC, Connor, Aaron Jones, Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk, best skateboarder ever.
Smith. Which Smith? Jonnu Smith?
I'm assuming Jonnu because it's Hawk and Smith. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go Evans and Odunze at wide receiver. Gonna go CMC, Connor, running back. You need 2 flexes. Okay, I'm gonna flex Aaron Jones. Is that Tony Pollard? I assume. I'm gonna flex Tony Pollard, and then
I bet it's Tony Hawk. In my brain, I saw Tony Hawk.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go Aaron Jones and Tony Pollard at the flex, and Hawk at tight end.
All right, there you go. Need these wins. Hope you get those wins, Ethan. Good luck. Jim D, yeah, happy early Thanksgiving week. Yeah. This is the first year I've asked for help with 6 championships. Wow, 4 in a keeper money league. Think you guys are well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thankful. Trust me. We'll save it for. We're not going to stream Thursday because yeah, be busy watching football and eating turkey. But maybe on Wednesday, just say what we're thankful for is you guys watching and supporting us. Wouldn't be here without you. Let's do the next one is Cassie 420. It's weird. So many people born on April 20th. 1 receiver and a flex. Puka, Tyreek Hill, Chuba, Bucky, Rashad White, and Ladd. Just 1 receiver and a flex.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I think I got to go Puka and Tyreek here, but I hate having Ladd on my bench.
Yeah. Hey, at least you don't have to worry about the shoulder. But yeah, you got to start Puka and Hill. Let's now do Jenga. The Bipocalypse, yes. His hit. I need a flex. Wandale, Watson, Odunze.
At least 14 points. I mean, yeah, you'd be very happy to give you. That's actually a pretty decent game. I'm going Odunze here.
Yeah, I talked about Odunze as a boom. That's my pick. Alec Watson could definitely do it. I mean, he's not any more or less risky, but I feel better about Odunze here. I mean, you're going for upside. You want 14 points? I don't know if I can promise you that from Wandale. Like, he's a floor play. You're not looking for a floor, obviously.
Yeah.
Benny Black, what's up? 6 points for a touchdown. Kyler or Knicks?
Yeah, I still go Kyler. It's not like Kyler only rushes.
Yeah, and again, I know some people worried about the rain, but again, we looked at this rain as nothing significant. It's a light rain, isn't that what it was? Like a light rain, light wind. At least as far as I remember.
Yes, light rain.
What about Nuck? Keenan Allen or Nick Westbrook-Ikhine?
I just go Keenan here. I mean, even with the touchdown, Westbrook-Ikhine, it's just a floor play. Keenan can get you a floor.
Yeah. I mean, I really never, once this season, have been excited to recommend Keenan Allen. I know you haven't either. You were all out on him during draft season. You were like, I'm not drafting Keenan Allen. And I'm pretty sure you don't regret that. So,
no.
The thing is, like, Keenan Allen's like the number 3 receiver now for the Chicago Bears. Not good pass offense. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine is the number 2 receiver for the really not good Titans pass offense. It's like, okay, do I take the 4 catches for 40 yards from Keenan Allen? Do I hope for a touchdown from Nick Westbrook-Ikhine? So
exactly. That's what it is. I mean, it might not even matter because even like I talked about this on one of the streams earlier. Like Nick Westbrook-Akine has only had more than 3 catches one time this year. And he's only gone over 50 yards one time this year, and that was last week because he had a 98-yard touchdown. Like, even when he's been scoring, like 2 catches, 10 yards, and a touchdown. Like, what? 1 catch, 9 yards, and a touchdown. 2 catches, 39 yards, and a touchdown. Like, it's you know what I mean? It's not like he has upside. He's still a floor play even with touchdowns. So, I don't know. I'll just take the safety of the 4 catches for 40 yards.
Yeah, because even with a touchdown, he's been scoring touchdowns. That's the only reason he's even relevant. Let's just go Keenan Allen. Anthony is just dropping in to say good morning, and that's right. A lot of division matchups. Should be some good football this week, definitely. Let's hope there's a lot of points on the board. All right, impromptu lightning round.
Games are often ugly, though. We'll see.
Well, yeah, it could go either way. Impromptu lightning round. Let's do Onar, Jennings, or QJ.
QJ.
Ernesto Cavazos, Waddle or Watson?
Watson.
Yes, it has to be Watson. Red Sox slugger, Dowdle or Abdullah?
I'll just go with Abdullah here.
Yeah, more touches. Ace distortion, Flo, Jennings or Javante?
I'll still go Jennings here.
Yeah, cannot trust the Broncos running back. And let's see, one more. No, sorry, can't do that one. Skylar Heffley, Leggett, Wandale or Dobbs in half.
I think in half I'll go Dobbs and hope for a touchdown. Because it does hurt Wandale a little bit.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then Silvanero, Dell or Westbrook-Akine?
I'll go Dell here.
Yeah.
Dell at least has been getting you like 9-10 points, which is what Westbrook-Akine gets you with a touchdown outside of last week. I'll just go Dell.
All right, Ian Wingate with the super chat. Thank you, Ian. Needs 2. Debo, Swift, Harrison, D-Hop.
I'm going to actually go Harrison and D-Hop in full PPR.
Yeah, I mean, Harrison definitely the one I feel best about. D-Hop is next. Swift is iffy, tough matchup. Debo, not anymore. Rough times, indeed. Yo. Hunter or Ertz? So which tight end?
Ertz. And if you're going to drop, you say you need to drop Mayfield or Brooks, you can drop Mayfield when you have Hurts, but why not just drop Hunter Henry for Hurts?
Yeah, well, that's a good point. You don't need both those tight ends. You're only starting one. I doubt anybody's, running out to scoop them up. Okay, I did bring up Thanksgiving. So Boomer wants to know, will we do a 9 a.m. Thanksgiving Day stream? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. I just doubt. I mean, I don't know. I don't think we've ever done a stream on Thanksgiving before. Just can't imagine there's a lot of people waking up Thanksgiving morning wanting to see our faces, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well,
I mean, Boomer obviously does.
Boomer will. Yeah. I don't know if we'll have the time anyways. Got to prep the turkey and all those things. And help my wife making the pies. I'm the quality control taste tester. I got to make sure everything is approved.
Got to do that.
Yeah. Bizzleman got the membership. Thank you, Bizzleman. I think I did see a comment earlier. So look, if you did drop a question, we're going to put it up. I don't see one right now. All right, so let's keep going on the super chats. We're kind of almost caught up. Oh, look, here you go. Bizzleman. Disley or Goddard at tight end?
Ooh, got to be Disley.
There you go. Nailed it. Got to be Disley. Look, Goddard is actually in a really good spot with no Devontae Smith, but I think Disley gets that Ravens defense. It's too tempting to pass up. Let's go now to, make sure I get here, John Caraballo. Nick Westbrook-Ikine or Xavier Worthy?
I'm just going to gamble on Worthy.
Yeah. Again, the upside here. At least I will say this, as out as I was on Worthy, before last week, at least he finally showed that he can do something. Like they actually threw it to him, and it's the Panthers. That's why I'm like, okay, fine. I'll take a chance if I need a flex. You obviously need a flex. So let's go with the upside of Worthy. And then we got TP3, MHJ, Monty. Oh, okay. We got a trade question here. Harrison and Monty for Nico, Pacheco, and Njoku.
Yeah, give me the Nico side.
That would be nice if you can take it after the game. That way you didn't miss Pacheco's absence. You could still. I would love to start Harrison this week and Monty as well. Man, if you can do that, sure, why not? You get Njoku basically for free. Yeah. All right. So yeah, if you can do that, do it after the games. That'd be nice. Country Connected. 9-2. All right. So you don't have to stress too much. Do you think starting Etienne, Monty, and B-Rob with Noah Brown and Keenan can sneak by?
It's funny because I was like, oh, nice. No. Yeah, look, if Etienne, Monty, and B-Rob carry you, sure.
All you got to do is outscore the other guy. So I'm sure that they have some players on bye as well. Right. I can't promise you Noah Brown will get you more than a point or two. Although, revenge game. Playing the Cowboys.
True.
There you go. Good job being on top of that narrative, country. You never know. They could get you by, but you're 9-2, so you don't have to sweat it too much. Okay. How about Caramel Mocha? Sounds good. Mahomes or Mayfield?
I'm going to go Mahomes against the Panthers.
Yeah. The matchup's better. Jamie got Tua, Gibbs, Irving, Evans, Jennings, Broncos. Dicker, the kicker, needs a flex. Benson or Eckler?
I think I still got to go Eckler here. Just feel better about his involvement. Eckler over Benson.
Yeah, I think Eckler in the better matchup. It's hard to say how many touches Benson will get. I mean, he did get more involved before the bye. He maybe slightly more involved. Connor's still there.
Yep.
Yeah, so between the two, touches might be equal. Go with Eckler. Only other change could be Texans. Like a defense? I mean, that's a great defense, but I think the Broncos are fine. You're good. You're good with the Broncos. Victor Mendoza in full. Needs tight end and a receiver. Again, Bowers and Kelsey on the squad. And then DJ Moore. So we got to bench one of these players.
I think I'm benching Kelsey. He's always the one that you just never know if you're gonna get a good game or a bad game. I don't know. I got to start Bowers at tight end. He's my number one tight end. I think a full PPR, I'm going DJ Moore over Kelsey.
Yeah, it's funny because just when he was rolling, right, steamrolling 3 straight weeks, Kelsey's number one tight end, he's back, and then last week. No.
And what was weird about last week, it wasn't just, I'm sure the Bills probably put an emphasis on him. But he also, his snap percentage went way down last week. I don't know if I'm sure that was by design, but why? Why did his snap percentage go way down? Is it going to go back up? Are they they're like, hey, Noah Gray's been playing okay. Let's just lower Kelsey's snap percentage and, keep him healthy for the playoffs. I don't know. We don't know. We're not sitting there in the coach's room. But I feel good enough about DJ Moore. I'm just going to bench Kelsey.
Yeah, the theory is that the Bills just said, yeah, you're going to beat us with anybody but Kelsey. They just took him out. And so finally, second half, Andy Reid was like, all right, we're just going to not play him as much, and we're going to throw it to Noah Gray instead. Check it out. It almost worked, but I think Kelsey will be fine this week. He'll bounce back. The question is, does he have a higher ceiling than DJ Moore? No, I think you're probably better off going with DJ Moore because I think he's in a good spot. So let's go Bowers and Moore. Blasted. Jennings or QJ?
Going QJ this week, sadly.
Yep. QJ because of the matchup. Cali Kid. Boomers trying to use emotional blackmail against us. I'm not sure if that'll work. We'll see. Needs one. Full PPR. AR Stafford, Mayfield.
Out of these QBs, I'm going AR. Actually, no, I might go Mayfield, actually. I think I'm gonna go Baker. I feel like he's a little bit safer. Gets the Giants, has Evans back. I'm gonna go Baker.
The safer pick is Mayfield. I would probably go AR because why play it safe? One flex. Evans, Irving.
I'm gonna go Evans. I'm gonna go for that Baker Evans stack. Let's go.
Yeah, definitely Evans. Two receivers, Downs, Hopkins, Myers, Jennings, and then one flex out of that group, or Irving. Okay.
Okay, I'm actually gonna go Downs, Hopkins, and I think I am gonna flex Irving. Let's just go all in on the Bucks this week. What could go wrong? What could go wrong?
Apparently, all Buck. Why not? David Aguilar. You almost got me. 10-1, but it's still a must win to break your league's record of most wins in a regular season. Herbert or Mayfield?
Herbert. But only because it's a must win. If it wasn't a must win, I might go Baker. But because you have to win this week, I'll go Herbert.
You know what? It's 10-1. Just mess around and throw Brandon Allen in your lineup and see what happens, just for fun. You know, I don't mind that. Once you clinch the number one seed in your league, you kind of like taunt your opponent in the last week of the season, like put your backups in just to see if you can win. It always goes over really well. Let's do. Wow, not sure how to do this decision. Chris Terry, does he play Terry or Cooper Kupp?
Oh man, I like them both, but I can't bench Cooper Kupp. I can't do it. I'm playing Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, you got to start Kupp, and yes, Eagles, very good defense. But if you're worried about Quinton Mitchell, he's probably not going to get a whole lot of Cooper Kupp, or should I say Cooper Kupp's probably not going to get a whole lot of Mitchell. It'd be Puka would be the one you might be more worried about. Kupp's going to get so many targets. So, got to go Kupp. All right, Jay, 1364, got QJ. Would you put him over Dell?
Yep, I would.
Yeah. Eric Para, is Neighbors trustworthy enough to start? Well, let's see. You got D-Hop and Ridley.
Yeah, I'm starting Neighbors over those guys. I think he has more upside.
Yeah, those are your other two. So if we're putting Neighbors in the lineup, who would you sit between D-Hop and Ridley?
I think I don't know. D-Hop is so tough this week. It's such a good matchup, but how many targets is he going to get?
Yeah.
I don't know. I might go Ridley just because I feel better that he's going to actually get targets.
I think so. That's what I would do. Yeah, you should be able to trust. I mean, you can't really trust D-Hop or Ridley. I mean, they have upside, but I don't know if trust is the right word. So let's go Neighbors and Ridley here. Chris, all in. What's up? Start 2 receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex. Jefferson, probably. Sutton, Addison, Flowers, Evans, Monty, Hunt, Estime.
All right, Jefferson, Evans at wide receiver, Monty, Hunt at running back, and then I'm going to flex Flowers. If you want to play it a little safer, if you're like, I don't want to risk it with Flowers, and you want to see the 25, 30 points on your bench, I'll go Sutton.
Yeah, I might go Sutton just because. But either way, that's your choice. You want to go all in? I mean, Bizzleman, Monty, Swift, or Tracy in half.
I think you got to go Monty this week. Too good of a matchup. Got to go Monty.
Yeah, I hate benching Tracy, but Monty's almost a must start. Just take what you get. All right, still probably always going to be the cutest avatar we ever see. Chewy the Bichon. All right, we're dog people. Flex Pollard, Stevenson, or Flowers.
I'm going Flowers here unless you just want to go for the floor, and then I'll go Stevenson. But it just feels like Flowers is going to boom on everybody's bench this week.
It's possible. He shouldn't give you nothing, right? He shouldn't give you nothing. So that's fine. With this group, if it's full PPR, go Flowers. Okay, so Phil, the real deal, with another one. Starting Lamar, Kareem Hunt, Tracy Brown, St. Brown. Downs, D-Hop. On the bench is Stroud, Goff. Someone dropped him. Okay, Pickens, Bucky, Andrews. Any changes, I guess?
Tracy. No, I'm not putting those guys in or your lineup. Obviously, Pickens already played. Thankfully, he didn't play him. So, no, you're good. You're good with what you have.
Yeah, I like Bucky, but I think I like Tracy just a little bit more. All right, Jamie. We've got Bowers. Okay, looks like we're going to have to rewind here. Let's see what your question was, Jamie. Saying, got Bowers at tight ends. Can pick up QJ off waivers. Oh, going too far. There you go.
I would flex QJ over Benson or Eckler. I don't know who you're going to, depending on who you would drop. Like, I'm not going to drop anybody really good just to flex QJ this week. But if you can get QJ off waivers, I would definitely flex him over Benson or Eckler.
Yeah, I agree with that. Eckler is fine, but yeah, QJ a little bit more upside. So let's go there. All right, still having to rewind now because Robert Perky is saying he missed his answer. We answered that one, I think, a while ago. So let me look for it, Robert. Which, by the way, just heads up, we got 20 minutes until game time. Of course, we'll sign off then. Look, how do you find these so quickly?
Because I just look at the star tab where it's not mixed in with all the comments.
Okay, Dell or Dobbs?
Dell. Going Dell here.
Yeah, Dobbs, just you don't know with the Packers who's getting the target shares. I like Jayden Reed this week. I think he's the number one. Watson has been getting more involved. When he's healthy, that seems to affect Dobbs the most. So just don't love Dell, but I like him better than Dobbs. All right, so now we're back to Stark Jeter. What's up? Murray or Tua?
I'm going Murray, and I'm definitely going Abdullah here. Again, there's serious risk with how much Brooks plays this week.
Yeah, Brooks, you don't want to start him. Let's go Abdullah. Anthony, Dusty Thielen, or Angry Slayton? Asking for a friend.
Yeah. I might just go Dusty Thielen here. Like, who is he competing? He's competing with Leggett. That's it. Like, Coker's out. Give me Dusty Thielen, I guess.
And there's really nobody else you could stream or pick up. If these are really the only options, then yeah, I guess I would go Thielen. By the way, for those who don't know, supposedly, allegedly, that Darius Slayton was very upset that Daniel Jones got traded because that was his best friend. So,
yes.
Let's see. Not sure why. Jackson Merriman, pick 3. Bucky, JT, Tracy, Neighbors, or Downs?
I'm going to go Neighbors, JT, and then I think I'm going Tracy as my third. Neighbors, JT, and Tracy.
Yep, I agree with that. I like Bucky, but I like Tracy a little bit more. Still. Dawi X Ladder Downs.
Lad. Definitely Lad. I mean, I guess if you're very worried about Lad not playing, Downs is fine, but I feel good about Lad playing. I'm going Lad.
Yeah, again, we've had this discussion for a while. So I feel like there's a good chance Lad plays. Let's go Lad. There's a lot of people. It's weird. Maybe it's the Bipocalypse. People we haven't seen in a while are coming back. How about Smokey DeBurr? Remember Smokey?
Yes.
Tyreek, DK, Evans, Jawan Downs. Got to pick 3.
I'm going the first 3.
Yeah, Tyreek's a must start. Evans a must start. DK borderline. So at least your decision is easier now with Jennings being very iffy. So There it is. 95. Always doing well. Glad you're here. Kittle or Disley?
I'm still going Kittle. I'm still going Kittle over Hawk.
Kittle over Disley, Kittle over Hawk. Then bench. Okay. This one not so easy. JT, Tracy, B-Rob, and Jacobs. Got to bench one.
I'm starting JT and Jacobs. It's between B-Rob and Tracy. Oh man, I think I'm gonna bench Tracy.
Yeah. I'm not benching JT. I don't think we can bench Jacobs. And as much as I feel like Tracy could smash, it's either Tracy or B-Rob, right?
Yep.
But yeah, let's bench Tracy. And now you're going to make us bench another one of these guys. Jennings, Debo, Sungod, Dell. Who do you bench there? Is it Jennings again?
Yeah, I'll just bench Jennings. I prefer Debo to Jennings if I'm going to pick a 49er because of that. Again, the carries, the screens, the blah, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, and I don't love Dell, but do I really want both 49ers in my offense? Probably not.
Yeah.
Just hedge our bet here. So bench Jennings and then Mahomes or Herbert?
Herbert.
Yep. TB, Stevenson or Moore in the flex. It's full PPR.
That's DJ Moore, which I assume it is because Elijah Moore already played. I'll go DJ Moore in full PPR.
Yeah, go DJ Moore. Country connected. All right. Why does Devontae suck?
Okay. All right.
Well, he's hurt.
Yeah. Okay. So, I do wonder if he'd been playing with this hamstring for a while because we didn't hear anything about him like aggravate. Like I watched that pretty much that entire Commanders Eagles game, and I didn't see a play where it looked like he injured his hamstring. So it makes me think had already been dealing with this, and maybe they just decided like, okay, it's worse than we thought. You needed some rest. But that being said, Devonta Smith this year, 15 points, 20 points, 15 points, 15 points, 20 points, 18 points. And then he had like that terrible game where he had less than a point, and then these 2 bad games here. Devonta Smith has very much so not sucked this year. Devonta Smith has actually been really good this year. He's just had 3 really bad games. And they just happen to be 2 in a row.
Right.
So he definitely has not sucked.
Yeah, the question probably should say why has Devontae sucked lately? Because the last couple of weeks he's given you nothing. And so that's what we remember. We forget, oh yeah, he was really good in week 3 and 4 and all that. So necessary to sell? No, it's not necessary to sell.
No. And really, what are you getting for him right now?
Right. So no. How about the wandering idiot with a stupid question? Josh Palmer, his words, not mine. Yes. Josh Palmer, Deontay Johnson.
You got to go Josh Palmer. Deontay Johnson barely even sees the field. Right. At least Josh Palmer sees the field and gets the Ravens this week.
Yep. Yeah, it's stupid that we have to ask, is Deontay Johnson even going to play? Because it's stupid that the Ravens traded for him and don't use him. But it is what it is. Okay, Mac P with the super chat, full PPR. Pick one, Hawk or Laporta.
I'm going Hawk.
Downs, Reed, Debo, or DJ Moore. We're just
only picking one. I'll go. I'm going DJ Moore, but again, I'm probably too high on DJ Moore this week.
Yeah, if we're if we're just picking one of those, I'm going to pick Reed. DJ Moore would be second. Dobbs or Trey Benson at the flex.
I think in PPR, I still got to go Dobbs.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't really know how many touches Benson will get, and it's PPR. I mean, Dobbs should catch at least a couple passes. Jay Swole, welcome back. Murray or JD?
Murray.
Yep. Murray. John Caraballo, Detroit, Chicago, or Miami defense?
Detroit against the Colts. Chicago against the Vikings. Dolphins against Drake May and the Patriots. I'm going to go Dolphins.
Yes, going Dolphins here. I'm back, and I'm him. Has a question. Pick one. Worthy, Bateman.
Worthy.
Then Drake May or CJ Stroud.
I'll just go Drake May.
Yeah, really down on CJ Stroud. It's not a good matchup defensively for him either. Benny Black is back. Slayton, Estime, or Bourne? Yeah, not McMillan.
Not McMillan. Oh, man. Yeah, maybe I'll just gamble on Kendrick Bourne here.
Yeah, I would go Bourne. He did come on last week. He might now be the number one receiver for the Patriots for whatever that's worth, which is at least more than Darius Slayton and Audric Estime. So I'll go Bourne. Get your shiz. What's up? Yes. No bad questions. Well, that's not true. We've seen many bad questions. CJ Stroud or Geno Smith?
I'll go Geno Smith. I actually like Geno this week. I'll go Geno Smith.
Yep. And again, don't love Stroud. Someone asking, can I drop CJ Stroud? If you have a decent quarterback, yes, you can.
Yeah.
TB. There it is. Herbert or Murray?
Herbert. Barely over Murray, but Herbert.
Yes, Herbert. Dicer 007. Herbert or Daniels?
Also Herbert here. And yes, good luck to you as well and everybody.
That's right. And Robert Mitchell dropping in. Just say good morning. He was here yesterday. Robert's always with us.
Good morning.
Robert.
Enjoy the games.
Perp Calyx. What is that thing? I don't know. It's like a troll.
Yeah, some kind of purple. Thing.
Something purple, obviously. Worthy or Jennings?
Jennings. I'll go Jennings here.
Must win. All right. Let's hope Jennings does something.
Yep. Good luck. Man. Sucks to have a must win with Jennings and no Purdy. Because with Purdy, I'd feel great.
Okay. We have Donovan, Yazzie, Swift, or Eckler?
Don't love Swift this week, but I think I still got to go Swift over Eckler. More touches. Go Swift.
Yeah, this could be tough because, again, Eckler doesn't get that great matchup with Dallas, but he's not the lead back, and you just don't know how much he'll touch the ball. I think with Swift, you can hold out hope that he catches some passes because he is still involved as a receiver. Maybe rips off a big run. Don't love Swift, honestly, this week, but I think you got to put him still over Eckler because he's at least the lead back.
Yep.
All right, you're welcome. And the Purple Heart too. There you go.
Thank you.
D. Williams. Okay. Let's see. Full PPR also. There it is. Sorry. Eckler, Irving, or QJ?
I think a full PPR, I'll go QJ.
Man, I don't remember if we had this exact same question before. I feel like it's possible. I like Bucky. I think I might go Bucky. I know QJ has some upside, but no. Feeling Bucky this week, but this is close. We have just a few minutes left, by the way, guys. So I think we're caught up on, well, now we'll be caught up on the super chat. So we'll do a few more. If you have a question you absolutely guarantee you want answered, then the super chat will guarantee it. Otherwise, we'll just have to pick and choose. Joseph Cromer. JMO, Mondre, Tracy, pick two.
I'm going to go in PPR. I'm going to go Jameson and Tracy.
Yes, I like Tracy a lot. Finally can say yes to Tracy and go JMO. Oh, okay. I never watched Doug. You ever watch Doug, the cartoon show?
No.
I did not. I've heard of it, never watched it.
Well,
That's what the
I don't have kids. Maybe if I had kids, I would know what it is. If it's not a cartoon, like I think maybe the 90s.
yeah.
Like Ren and Stimpy might have been like the last cartoon I really watched. That's
I
not true. I mean, we
love
don't have,
Ren.
Aqua Teen Hunt, like the Cartoon Network ones, but I don't know if those count.
I love Ren and Stimpy, but yeah, that's true. I've seen many, many cartoons in my day. I'm back and I'm him saying, "Are you sure about Stroud against Tennessee? Sure about what?"
Yeah, sure. How? Like, I'm sure I don't want to start them.
Right. Because he asked Drake May or Stroud.
And I'm pretty sure we said Drake May. So are you trying to talk us into Stroud? I mean, hey, look, if you're feeling Stroud, go for it. Go for Stroud if you're feeling it. I don't feel like Drake May is going to have a huge game. So if you want to play Stroud, that's fine.
Yeah, here's the thing: is Tennessee? You're like, yeah, Tennessee is no good. No, but they have a good pass defense. It doesn't mean it'll be a good statistical game for Stroud because Tennessee does not get into big shootouts. Tennessee does have a pretty good defense. Now, I did say L'Jarius Sneed, their top corner, is out. So that helps, but it's still, this is not a game I feel like Stroud is going to go off. So he's fine, but not very exciting. All right, let's do a couple more. Oh, we still got some super chats here. Joe T, Hopkins or Jennings?
I'm going to go Hopkins against Panthers.
Yeah, this is switched during the week. Hopkins has jumped Jennings. Roger X, Dobbins or Tracy?
Tracy.
Yep, like Tracy this week. Rough times, Jacoby or Pollard? PPR.
Even in PPR, I think I got to go Pollard. It's not a great spot for Jacoby. I know he was okay against the Broncos last time, but he got like 13 points. I think Pollard can get that. He always has a chance to score. I'll go Pollard.
Yeah, I'm not loving Jacoby or any Raider this week, so I'm fine with Pollard. Other question: Ertz or Henry to pick up with Engram on bye? So
I'm going Ertz.
Ertz. Henry's fine. I think Henry's fine, but we can go Ertz. Okay, let's do a couple more before we get out. Joe D. It is the last minute. Hunt, Jacobs, Nico Evans.
Only one of these guys? I can't sit Nico.
Yeah. If you're just picking one, for some reason, it's Nico. If you pick two, I think number 2 would be Evans. Right?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Pick and choose. Oh, yes. By the way, absolutely. Before you go, hit the like button. It is free, still free, and helps. Okay, Dan Palladino, Otten or Goddard?
Still going on in here.
Oh, okay. Joe D, sorry. Pick 3. That helps. Saying pick 3 of these.
Nico Evans and Jacobs. I don't want to sit Hunt this week, but I can't sit Jacobs for Hunt. Nico Evans, Jacobs.
Right. Yeah, Hunt's the one that sits. Okay, another pick 3. Ben Byer, Downs, Ridley, Hopkins, JSN. Who sits?
I think I'm gonna. Man, I think I'm gonna sit D Hop. JSN is the one I like the most. I think I still like Ridley more than D Hop, and I think I still like Downs more than D Hop. Just so tough this week. He could have a big game, but man, yeah, I'm gonna sit D Hop here. I may regret it.
Agree. It's the riskiest. That includes Ridley. Mac P, Superflex, pick 2. Drake May, AR, Tommy DeVito.
Nah. I'm gonna go May and AR5. No DeVito.
No DeVito. The upside is just non-existent. Well, okay, barely existent. D Williams, Harrison over QJ.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely not. If you got Harrison, you pretty much need to start him unless you're just completely stacked. What about Juan Wick, Jonnu Smith, or Quentin Johnson at the flex?
QJ.
Yep. I'm back and I'm him. Would you start Ertz over Schoonmaker?
Yes, I would.
I think so. And then don't see a super chat from Victor Sanchez. Okay, here it is. Kyler Murray or Jared Goff?
Kyler Murray.
Yes, definitely Kyler Murray here. Ooh, 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. Anybody who absolutely guarantees, like Noah, we'll put it up here, super chat. Needs a wide receiver 2 and a 12-man, 5 and 6. This is must win. Ooh, Slayton in play, Pierce on bench with Watson, Dobbs, Odunze, Thielen, Palmer, or Westbrook Ikine on waivers.
If Odunze's on, are you saying with Odunze's on waivers, I would drop Pearsall for Odunze and play Odunze.
Yes. If those guys are all on waivers, pick up Odunze. I would probably play any of those guys over Slayton or Pearsall. Odunze first choice, Dobbs next choice, I think. Yeah, definitely pick up Odunze and play him, like right now. Jay Kuma. Sit one. Downs, Neighbors, JMO, McLaurin, JSN.
I'm sitting downs here.
And then defense, Tampa Bay, Detroit.
I got to go Tampa Bay against Tommy Boy.
Yep. And Olivia 14-16 Reader
Collins. I'm not benching Nico.
I like Reed this week, but not that much. I'm not benching Nico Collins. Okay, Marco Herrera, JT Sanders or Audric Estime. Wow.
I'll just go Estime.
I'm gonna go crazy and go Sanders, just so I don't have to start a Broncos running back. Connor, pick 3. Worthy, Downs, Waddle, Lockett, Jennings.
Yeah, I'm benching Waddle and Lockett. I'm gonna go Worthy, Downs, Jennings.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. And then Victor Sanchez, Hunter Henry, or DJ Moore for the flex.
DJ Moore. Definitely DJ Moore.
Definitely DJ Moore. And let's see. Last one. Roy. Harrison or Ridley?
Harrison.
Agree with Harrison. And anything else?
Can't miss this one.
Oh, sorry. Skyward. Ertz or Andrews?
Ertz.
Yeah. Go Ertz here. And the very last second, let's see who's going to get the last one in here. Give us something we haven't seen before. Smith or Mayfield or Drieton.
Yeah, man, that's very close, but I'm going to go Baker. Jay Glazer just said Mike Evans, no limitations for whatever that's worth. I'll go Baker.
Yeah, like Baker. A little bit better than Geno here. Oh, looks like it's time. 1 Eastern, 12 Central, 10 a.m. Pacific. I think the games are starting, guys. Lock in those lineups if you haven't already. It looks like it is game time. Okay, so we are going to see you tomorrow, hopefully, for our live stream. And you'll see us when we drop videos tonight, tomorrow, getting you ready for week 13 already, playoff run. Oh, we do have one more super chat. Let's see. BK Bangs. All right, let's see what you got. We'll answer your question. But again, guys, hit the like button. You know we're helping you out, trying to help you out. And subscribe if you haven't already. Check out all the videos. Happy Thanksgiving in advance to anybody else. If we only get you on the weekends, then hopefully we'll see you then.
Yes.
We will be here live tomorrow and Tuesday and Wednesday. So no worries here. All right, BK Bangs, Jordan Lover, Bo Nix.
Close, but I'm going Love.
I'm going Love too. Love it is. All right, guys, everyone, good luck for week 12, and we will see you hopefully soon.